One man to beat at the 30. Cuts it back at the 25-20. 10, 5. Touchdown, Eagles. Trevor Veenstra, 61-yard grab.
And Stock is going to throw it. He's got Jacob Wynn at the 25, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. PCM pulls some trickery out of the bag.
We'll get you ready for all of tonight's action with the radio pregame show, bringing score updates from around the area during the games and bringing all the exciting action of South Central Iowa high school football.
Handoff goes to Kenson Fuller. He bounces up, one tackle, first down, and a whole lot more. What a spin move, and he is gone. Kenson Fuller, you can't stop him. You can only hope to contain him. 6 for the Dutch touchdown. Pella, what a play.
Next to Kiefer, takes a snap. Noah looks, he throws, he's going long. Keller's there, wide open, makes the catch. 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. 58 yards, no flags, and the Panthers have tied it.
Got Kayla Rodman with it. He's trying to make something happen, but a little too much east and west. If he could get a block now, look out. Look out, 40, 45, 50. He's got some people in front of him.
There we go.
30, 25, now a block.
Block right there.
Gets a block, and it's all the way for a touchdown. Kayla is right back in it. 4:05 left to go. An 80-yard kickoff return touchdown.
Now let's head to the field and inside the radio broadcast booth.
And good evening, everyone, and welcome to H.A. Lynn Stadium and tonight's homecoming game between the Newton Cardinals and the Marshalltown Bobcats. We are in the Eye Care Center of Newton radio pregame show. I am Randy Van. Alongside is Wally Price. Wally Price is not alongside tonight. We have Newton School Superintendent Tom Messenger filling in on the broadcast tonight. Tom, welcome aboard.
It's great with you, Randy.
Appreciate you stepping in. Not a better game to step in for than homecoming, right?
That's right. It's always a lot of fun, but tonight it's even a little bit more exciting with all the festivities that have gone on this week.
Teams are out on the field, and we are looking forward to having a great game here tonight. Newton coming in, of course, 3-0. The Bobcats, they are 0-3. They've struggled in recent years. Newton won this one going away last year, as they put up over 40 points in a shutout win. And Newton coming in after a good showing last week at Norwalk. So their offense put up over 400 yards, and they were very potent. Started off with the very first play of the game. Little swing pass went in for the score. So it was a great way to start a week ago. We'll see what happens here tonight. We are expecting probably a lot of offense for Newton. Marshalltown, kind of a different ball game, Tom. They roll the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the other part of it, too, you mentioned all the points that were put on the board last year by Newton over Marshalltown. But it was quite a defensive showing last year, too. The Cardinal defense just really controlled the entire game on the field for us. So looking forward to the great defense out there tonight as well.
Yeah, that was a 45-0 win. Last Bobcat win in the series 2020. That was 42-8. Of course, this is the last non-district game for Newton, and Coach Swedenjohn kind of says from here on out after this, it's kind of like a mini playoff.
Yeah, there's no doubt that the schedule that we have in the district play is a challenging one, but, you know, it's been a pretty good start to us and hopefully built some momentum the way things are going.
They'll be at Bondurant-Farrar next Friday night. Bondurant-Farrar 0-3. They're way out west, playing over Lewis Central High School, almost by Omaha.
That's quite a drive
That's going to be a long night for them. Yes, definitely. Well, we hope you'll be with us all night. Got a great game coming up. Looking forward to it. Of course, things went well for homecoming. Had a little shower before the parade, but it all moved out, and the parade was nice.
Yes, it was. Didn't look good early in the day with the forecast. A few showers came down, but everything cleared off in time for the parade and the festivities on the square.
I want to remind you that we're just past top of the hour. You're listening to Newton Cardinal Football, powered by Knoxville Raceway on the KRLS 3 stream, the KNIA, KRLS.com, and the KNIA KRLS mobile app. We're going to hear from Newton head football coach Andy Swedenjohn when we come back into the H&R Block Radio and the Eye Care Center of Newton pregame show on KRLS 3.
At H&R Block, we want you to focus on your business while we handle your books. From payroll and bookkeeping to expert tax preparation and advice, we're ready to put our expertise to work on your small business for year-round services that you need and the one-on-one attention you deserve. Partner with H&R Block businesses. Stop by our offices in Knoxville, Sheraton, and Newton, or give us a call at any of our local offices to learn more.
At participating offices, services do not include audit, attest, or other services for which a license is required.
Insurance, like a good defense, is meant to protect your assets. The right insurance coverage is almost always needed to mitigate financial risks and to protect your most important assets against various threats. State Farm, Dean Reed, and Newton can provide key advantages to you by incorporating the right insurance to protect the right things for you.
Protection and defense you deserve, contact me, Dean Reed, your State Farm agent on the square in Newton.
You have the right at Made Right, the right to enjoy great food. Come visit us this football season as we all cheer on the Newton Cardinals. And while you're here, enjoy our daily specials. Register to be the fan of the game and win a free Made Right meal each week. Have the right at Made Right in Newton for original classics and sweets all season long.
Gel. Coach, busy week this week. Burning question is, did Coach Swede dress up during the dress-up days?
Oh, not too much. I mean, I think it's fun to do that kind of stuff. I'm just not as creative. You know, it's a Disney theme. You know, my kids have some Disney clothes here, but I'm not repping too many Disney clothes in my closet there, so it's been a little tough for me.
Not your size, right? No. Well, you know, there's a lot of distractions during homecoming week. How do you think the kids handled it?
I think our kids have done a nice job. You know, our kids, you know, we've set the expectation the last few years that, you know, homecoming is a really big event for us. You know, it revolves around the football game, and all their action needs to be helping them win the football game there. So they've been excited about it. They've had a lot of fun this week, but I think they're pretty locked in.
Always makes homecoming a lot more fun if you win that football game.
Absolutely, absolutely. We've had a lot of fun rooting other teams' homecoming games, so we don't let that karma come back and bite us here.
Well, going back to last week, Norwalk, a road game for you, and things didn't start off any better. A little swing pass for 68 yards to get you up.
Absolutely. You know, it's something that we had worked on. You know, we try to build in a lot of complementary plays into our game plan, and so that was one that, you know, we've ran that passing work quite a bit over the last couple of years. And so we never added in the throwback part of it. So, you know, throw that in there. They actually sat on that better than I thought they would. But Riley made a heck of a play going up and getting the ball. And, you know, he's a state track athlete for a reason. So he's got some wheels to him.
Yeah, he was able to go down the sidelines and get you 6 right away, and kind of set the tone early. Now, Norwalk did come back a couple times, but the team showed good resilience and pretty much answered every score that Norwalk could do.
Absolutely. That's what great teams do. So I'm really proud of our guys. You know, we talk about being able to respond, being really tough. You know, when teams start to get some momentum back, you know, we have to shut the door on them right away. And so our guys did a nice job of really stepping up in the moment and embracing that opportunity and get to do really well.
Very balanced attack, too. Just over 200 yards, both rushing, 42 rushes. We had you for 11 passing, and just over 200, too. That's pretty much ideal, right, being balanced?
That is ideal. You know, we love that. So we love, you know, we didn't really necessarily expect to be as efficient in the air as we've been this year. So that's been a nice there. You know, Caden has progressed really, really well in his reads. He's got some really great weapons to throw it to. You know, Finn, Cade, Skyler, all those guys do a fantastic job out there catching the ball and going up and getting it. And so I'm really proud of kind of a team effort here by everybody.
I think you picked up, you won a turnover battle too. I think, didn't you get 2 interceptions in that one? And you just had the 1 fumble.
Yep, absolutely. And so our guys have been really conscious of that. You know, it's kind of fun. You know, stress in practice is kind of interesting. You know, we take chances in practice so that we know if we can take good games. And so, you know, sometimes practices aren't the prettiest thing, right? We might throw some picks in practice, we might throw that kind of stuff. But that's just letting us know, can we make that decision or not? And so I think our guys do a really good job. They don't really have fear in those decisions. They don't have any regret about the decisions that they make. And I'm really excited.
Defensively, again, did a real good job shutting down the run game. 21 carries, 97 yards. Brady Schmitz for Milwaukee got a little away from you, though.
Yeah, he's a nice player. He was one that he hadn't played a lot before that game, and so they had a few guys that were out in the first few games for various reasons, and he's one of them that came in there, and sometimes those jump balls and they're 50-50 like that. Sometimes make guys look good, and sometimes you make them look bad. So, he had a nice job going up there competing. Our guys were in great position; they competed too. Just sometimes you don't get every 50-50 goal. So.
And Jackson Price, his very first field goal of his career, I understand.
Yeah, absolutely. So he did a nice job with that. A great opportunity for us there at the end. We'd rather punch it in every single time, but nice job getting him a little bit of work, getting his confidence up a little bit. He did a nice job.
Homecoming is against Marshalltown. They come in 0-3, but really they haven't been really blown out in any game.
Yeah, a lot of their offensive philosophy revolves around controlling the clock, trying to make the games close, giving themselves a chance to win at the end. So, it's a big-time rivalry game. You talk to all the old hats in town. They talk about, the team that they despise the most is Marshalltown, right? And so we've really had that emphasis this week. It is a big rivalry game. It's our homecoming, so there's a lot going on with it. They're going to be motivated. They're a well-coached team. They'll play really, really hard, and so our guys are ready for that challenge.
Mentioned their kind of ball control. You've thrown it 66 times this year, and they've only thrown it, looks like about 25.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know 66 is a lot for us. We traditionally haven't done that as much. But yeah, they definitely, though, line up in a lot of wing T looks. They like to try to run a lot of under center option looks and stuff like that. And so a lot of it tries to the old 3 yards of the cloud of dust philosophy there. So our guys are excited. They know it'll be a physical game, and so we like games like that.
They got 3 players. They're a quarterback, Jacob Hayes, and Dwight Reglin, a senior, and then they have another one, Tyler England, I believe, a sophomore that apparently has most of the carries.
Yep, absolutely. So, so that's, you think about that triple option approach, there's the quarterback, Raglan there is their fullback. He's their their two-back in that system where he's the one right behind the quarterback. Then a pitch threat there. And so they try to do a really good job of distributing the ball evenly amongst those guys, so you have to be really fundamentally sound. So we've done a lot of work this week on being option sound with our defense. Luckily, we run a lot of option on our offense, so our guys are used to those option responsibilities and rules and that kind of stuff. We've done some no ball drills this week, so people they can't get caught looking at the ball and stuff like that. They've got to actually go to their assignment, and so I think our guys are ready for it.
It puts a lot of pressure on the linebackers and the ends, right?
Absolutely. You got to make your read. You got to be disciplined. As soon as somebody starts trying to do somebody else's job, that's when they bust a big play. So our guys have to be really, really disciplined and locked in this week.
As far as offensively, kind of the game plan, maybe take it right at them.
Yeah, go right at them. So that's our philosophy with a lot of different things. But we're looking at every single week we build in. We look at our tendencies that we've had over the past few weeks. We try to build in tendency breakers and things like that too. So we do a lot of self-scout on some stuff. And so we're going right after them. We'll have a few different looks that we have every single week. We have different looks, but just our plan is just go attack them and get right after them right away.
It's hard to believe we're already a third way through the season.
It's crazy. It flies by fast, right? It's kind of a roller coaster there because, us as coaches and players, we work our tails off, right? And we put in a lot of hours, put in a lot of time, and it makes time go by really fast, really. And so, these weeks just kind of cruise through here at the beginning of the school year and the beginning of the season. So, we're excited. Hopefully we get a few extra weeks this year. At least, and so hopefully it's not quite a third of the way season done for us. So.
Yeah, but this is your last game before district play, so we do know that for sure.
No, absolutely, yeah. And then, that's where we kind of talked about once district play gets here, it's kind of like a mini playoff, right? And every game matters. So, kind of last time to kind of iron out some kinks and tune up before that district play starts.
All right, well, thanks for joining us, and good luck tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
We'll be back with more of the Eye Care Center Newton Radio pregame show right after this on KRLS 3.
Cardinal fans, our coverage of Newton High School sports goes way beyond just broadcasting tonight's game. We have daily coverage of all Newton Cardinal athletics on 92.1 KRLS, KNIAKRLS.com, and our mobile app. Get updates on the football, volleyball, cross country, and swim teams with detailed results and upcoming schedules. Plus, hear interviews with the coaches and athletes about how their season is going. If it's happening with the Cardinals, you'll find out about it on air and online with 92.1 KRLS, the one to count on for Newton High School athletics.
The late model world sets its sights on the Knoxville Raceway this September. September 19th through the 21st, the 20th Lucas Oil Late Model Nationals. The best late model drivers in the nation will run for a top prize of $50,000. Tickets are available at KnoxvilleRaceway.com or by calling the ticket office at 842-5431. The 20th Lucas Oil Late Model Nationals, September 19th through the 21st at the Knoxville Raceway.
Welcome back to the Eye Care Center of Newton Radio pregame show. Randy Van and Superintendent Tom Messenger with you here at H.A. Lynn Stadium as we are now about 13 minutes away from kickoff for this homecoming matchup between the Marshalltown Bobcats and your Newton Cardinals. And Tom, we just heard from Coach Andy Sweeten-Jelm. I believe he was hired in 2020, I think in January 2020, and he has really brought back an interest in Cardinal football.
He really has, and not only has he brought back that interest and that excitement in football, but he's just a tremendous role model and really does a lot to get the kids involved in the community as a whole.
Yeah, they go out and help in the community at various events, community events. They'll clean up afterwards and help set up and do things like that. And I know they were big on Red Pride Day, too, or going out and helping people who needed some help cleaning up around their houses and what have you.
Yeah, he's just an all-around class act. We're very fortunate to have him, and you can just see each year the level of confidence in the football team, both from the spectators, the players themselves, just seems to continue to grow.
Definitely does, and we're looking forward to seeing what this year's team can do. And, of course, he's got a lot of good juniors that'll be back next year, so that's going to be fun, too. But we don't want to take this year for granted, to say the least. The Newton High School band is about ready to take the field right now. The pace setters are out on the Newton Cardinal here right in front of the home stands, putting on a little performance. Let's take this time to check your starting lineups presented by State Farm agent Dean Reed. So here is how the Newton offense and defense will start tonight. Of course, offense led by your quarterback, Caden Klein, the junior. And then at center, you have Colt on. He is a junior. Your two guards are Jose Benitez and Colton Brady. They are both seniors. The tackles are Zach Felton and Will Rollins. They are both juniors. And then at the tight end, of course, Ben Martin, the leading receiver for Newton. He is a junior. He'll be back. Skylar Milheiser, a senior, also a tight end. He was a two tight end offense. Wide receivers, a couple seniors, a couple of fast seniors, Steve Bauer and Riley Treese. And your running back is Juan Coley, a sophomore. And let's take a look at your defense now. Right in the middle, the nose guard, junior Colby Revel. Tackles, Lincoln Peterson and Derek Warmonger. They are seniors. You have at linebacker, Nick Milburn, the sophomore, leads the team in tackles. Colton Northcutt, a junior, and Jace On, a senior, along with Damian Smith, a senior as well. Of course, Caden Klein would normally be a linebacker, but he's moved to safety due to the health issues of Trey Davidson. So hopefully get Trey back soon. You have Peyton Rosendahl, a senior at one safety, along with junior Caden Klein. Your cornerbacks are Christian Ergenbright, a senior, and Caden Rogers, a senior. Special teams, the long snapper, Derek Warmonger, senior. They're often overlooked, but very vital on all those field goals and punts. Then you have Jackson Price, sophomore kicker, and the punter is Felton, Zach Felton, a junior. Those are your starting lineups for Newton, brought to you again by State Farm agent Dean Reed. We'll come back, take a look at our game time temperature, and get the stage set as the clock continues to roll closer to kickoff of Newton and Marshalltown on KRLS 3.
You'll look your best and see your best when you trust the experts at the Eye Care Center of Newton. Hi, this is Dr. Chad Klein. The Eye Care Center would like to wish all teachers and students the best of luck as they return back to school this fall. We would also like to remind parents that 80% of what a child learns in school is from information presented visually, and that 1 in 4 children has an undiagnosed vision problem. So if an eye exam was not on your back-to-school checklist, call us at 792-7900 to schedule your child's back-to-school eye exam. Eye Care Center of Newton. Our mission is your vision.
Slow ruins everything, so why not pay less for fast? U.S. Cellular's home internet gives you the speed you need for just $39.99 per month when bundled with a wireless plan with a 3-year price lock guarantee. Get fast 5G home internet made simple. U.S. Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
These and other fantastic deals are going on right now at Premier Wireless, your U.S. Cellular authorized agent in Newton.
Need a reliable auto service you can trust? Look no further than Cappy's Tire and Auto Service in Newton. Cappy's has tires for any budget, tire repairs, routine oil change, exhaust work, or complex repairs. Their experienced technicians have you covered. Cappy's Tire and Auto even offers financing options along with unbeatable prices. At Cappy's, they pride themselves on top-notch customer service and unbeatable prices. So roll into Cappy's Tire and Auto Service today, located at 220 First Avenue East in Newton. Cappy's Tire and Auto Service, service the way it should be.
Welcome back to H.A. Lynn Stadium and the Eye Care Center Newton Radio pregame show on KRLS 3. Again, I'm Randy Van, and in case of Wally Price, we have Superintendent Tom Messenger in the booth, and the Newton High School Band is about ready to take the field and perform for this homecoming crowd. A big crowd here tonight for homecoming, as one might expect. Of course, I was able to take in all the homecoming festivities and the coronation of Zane Bunger and Milena Budenich that took place Thursday at the high school. Big crowd there for that, and they again presided over the homecoming parade that was held Thursday night after the shower rolled through. Tom mentioned it was a little iffy that they were going to have that homecoming parade or not. So they did get that in. Let's take a look at the key players before that, let's tell you that there was one area team that actually played yesterday, and that was Knoxville, the Panthers, down Highway 14. And they were able to get by Hoover 28-7.
For a great car buying experience, come see us here at Lauterbach Buick GMC in Newton. Hello, this is Jason Lauterbach, and we've been selling Buicks in Central Iowa since 1954. Family is the cornerstone of Lauterbach Buick GMC, and that's why we treat every customer like one of our own. Discover the perfect vehicle with a growing selection of Buick Envisions, Encore GX, and the all-new Buick Envista. Local family-owned Lauterbach Buick GMC, Newton Speedway exit 168 or LauterbachCars.com.
Cardinal fans, our coverage of Newton High School sports goes way beyond just broadcasting tonight's game. We have daily coverage of all Newton Cardinal athletics on 92.1 KRLS, KNIA-KRLS.com, and our mobile app. Get updates on the football, volleyball, cross country, and swim teams with detailed results and upcoming schedules. Plus, hear interviews with the coaches and athletes about how their season is going. If it's happening with the Cardinals, you'll find out about it on air and online with 92.1 KRLS, the one to count on for Newton High School athletics.
Back at H.A. Lynn Stadium, and the high school band is getting set to take the field. We have the little strobe lights, the new strobe lights that were installed at H.A. Lynn Stadium went off there. Nice little new feature here. And here come the Cardinals onto the field off from the right. So we're about set to get things underway here at H.A. Lynn Stadium. And glad to have you with us here. KRLS 3. I believe that Marshalltown won the toss, and they will they will receive. And now,
ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask you to please
the home sound, the national anthem.
and join us in the national
Are you looking to fulfill a role in our school district? Join us in making a difference in the lives of our students. The Newton Community School District has exciting substitute positions available now. Whether you are passionate about teaching, supporting students, driving a bus, or helping in any other key areas, we have a spot for you. Visit our website at newtoncsd.org and click on Employment Opportunities and apply for any or all positions of which you are interested. Newton Community School District empowers every learner to achieve a lifetime of personal success.
The sounds of fall, back to school. The time brings back so many feelings for most of us. Throughout all those activities, there is occasionally a hiccup. Your student athlete may need Mattis Family Sports Chiropractor in Newton, Iowa. Dr. Mattis is proficient in sports-related pains and injuries.
This is Dr. Mattis at Mattis Family Sports Chiropractor. We've been serving Newton and the surrounding communities for 25 years.
Insurance, like a good defense, is meant to protect your assets. The right insurance coverage is almost always needed to mitigate financial risks and to protect your most important assets against various threats. State Farm, Dean Reed, and Newton can provide free advantage to you by incorporating the right insurance to protect the right things for you.
For the coverage, protection, and defense you deserve, contact me, Dean Reed, your State Farm agent on the square in Newton.
You have the right at Made Right, the right to enjoy great food. Come visit us this football season as we all cheer on the Newton Cardinals. And while you're here, enjoy our daily specials. Register to be the fan of the game and win a free Made Right meal each week. You have the right at Made Right in Newton for original classics and sweets all season.
Whether it's catching up with a coach or spotlight athlete after a big game, look back at an exciting broadcast, or checking in on area high school alumni, today's Daily Radio Sports page brings more award-winning sports coverage to KNIA Cable S. The show airs every weekday during our morning, afternoon, and evening news magazines, and is also available online at KNIACableS.com and our podcasts. Each show includes a focus on local sports coverage from area communities. Today's Daily Radio Sports page is just one more reason we're the one to count on for today's local sports coverage, KNIA Cable S.
The award-winning Jeremy Dingaman Concrete Football Friday Night Radio Preview Show gets you set for all the local action every Friday night. Join myself, Spencer Dirks, and Nathan Sage for a full breakdown of the matchups for each of our local schools from 4:30 to 6:30. We'll have previews from all of our broadcasts, go around the district, present our player profile and football Friday night feature, pick the winners, and a lot more. Join us every Friday from 4:30 to 6:30 on the one to count on for today's local sports, 92.1 KRLS. Know what decisions are being made at local school board sessions, board of supervisors meetings, and city council meetings by listening to KRLS News. Our award-winning news staff will bring you information from your elected officials and decision makers, as well as heartfelt feature stories, weather coverage, and more. If you miss it on air, find it all on KNIAKRLS.com. The one to count on for today's local news, 92.1 KRLS.
Help your loved ones celebrate their big day by calling in their birthday or anniversary. We'll announce on our radio birthday show on the Tassel Ridge Winery Anniversary Show during our KRLS Morning Magazine District. You can call in now to 842-3161 or 628-8672. Or you can send it by clicking Contact Us at KNIAKRLS.com. Not only will they know someone is thinking of them, they'll have a chance to win an awesome prize package. The one to count on for today's news and local information, 92.1 KRLS.
Hi, this is Bo Boer with Culver's in Newton, where we're doing it JJ's way. Culver's has partnered with football legend J.J. Watt and his foundation. JJ loves Culver's, and his go-to meal is a Culver's Deluxe Butterburger, Wisconsin cheese curds, a signature root beer float, and a chocolate turtle sundae. For every meal ordered JJ's way, Culver's will donate $1 to the...
school sports goes way beyond just broad.
Disconnect, and then it keeps connecting. Okay, it just says connect now. So if I hit the 3 at the bottom. Okay, close all. There we go. Okay. Hit the front.
Bring the team's done for a touchback.
So you want me to try to pass it?
Pregame will be 3rd and 7.
It's still not working. It's not quite worked. Me? You're talking to me, right? No, I'm talking to Ken. Don't worry about it. Just restart it. So I just don't want to put it.
Kick return by number 12.
Okay, I got it. I'm back on where it says KRS.
43-yard line. Cardinals will start there 1st and 10.
Yeah, it's where I have to choose usually to go to KRS 3. Yes, I see a microphone. Yes, I do. Change input-output connections. Has input highlighted in a box up top. Output is not highlighted.
And what are options?
USB audio broadcaster. Okay, I clicked on it, it lit up blue. Hit OK.
Down to the 37-yard line. 1st and 10 Cardinals.
On the output side.
So go ahead and hit the microphone icon. Go to the output side. Make sure it's
okay.
USB. And hit OK.
Okay, I did.
Then connect to the station when you're on there.
Alright, it says connected.
Advisors want to know what you want out of your retirement, so we can help you get there. Together, we can look at the big picture and make a strategy to help you reach your goals. Because you can't prepare for the unexpected if you don't know where you're headed. Visit edwardjones.com or stop by your Newton Edward Jones office.
Edward Jones, member SIPC. At Kinetic Edge Physical Therapy, we're passionate about movement. If you move better, you'll feel better and function better. Come experience the edge that our friendly and knowledgeable team can provide people of all ages, from young children to seasoned adults. Call any of our clinics or message us at kineticedgept.com to request an evaluation or a free screen. We have clinics in Newton, Choose Kinetic Edge Physical Therapy to get back to living a happy, healthy, hope-filled life.
Back here at H.A. Lynn Stadium, we apologize for our technical difficulties. I believe we are all good now, and it's 6-0. Newton on top with 8:20 left in the first quarter. And Newton is currently on defense. No, offense. Offense, their ball is at the 24-yard line. And going in motion. Cade looking to throw, rolls right under pressure, looking downfield, and it's intercepted at the 15-yard line. He's up to the 20, sideline, and brought down at about the 25-yard line. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Cardinals as they take over 1st and 10. So hopefully things will be good from here on out in the broadcast booth. It's a long play that Newton scored on again in the first quarter to get the lead. The 2-point conversion try was no good. It's a ball far hash mark. Now Marshalltown, after the turnover, takes it, trailing 6-0. Rolling quarterback keeper right side. He's up to the 30-yard line, and a penalty flag flies on the tackle. Peyton Rosendahl came up to make the hit. And I have no idea what that flag might be. Oh, holding for the Bobcats. So that's going to bring it back. So that is good, because that was a significant gain on first down. So it's first down now and about 15 yards to go. And the ball near hash mark. Up the middle, right side. And not a lot of running room. Good side by the right side for that Newton defense.
Looks like we got another flag on the play there.
Oh,
probably
wow.
illegal motion.
Illegal shift. That'll be another 5 yards. So second down and 14. Ball right side of the field. So Marshalltown, again, trying that ground game to move against this Cardinal defense. 6-0. We're down in 7.5 minutes left first quarter. Homecoming night here at H.A. Lynn Stadium. Quarterback back to pass. He's going to be sacked in the backfield. Coming off the edge. Cardinals, Damian Smith. Sacking, and Bobcats going backwards on this possession. The 35-yard line all the way down to the 19. So they have 17 yards to pick up the needed yardage. And he was just unblocked, Tom.
He was. They came right through with the whole crew of people there, and there wasn't much of a chance to get anything off.
So we'll see if Marshalltown tries to play conservative here. No,
they bobbled that one.
Yeah. I think the receiver did hang, or not the receiver, the running back did hang on to it, but Newton's going to get good position on the field with 6:30 left in the opening quarter. Fourth down, long ways to go. Back inside the 23. They had to get all the way to the 35. So the punter is at the 2-yard line. He's going to get great field position. Snap is off to the right. Kick is away. Almost blocked. And it's fielded right side. And up the field for a 5-yard return for the Cardinals. That is where they'll take over first and 10. So the Newton offense about on the field. 5:52 left. 6-0. And the Cardinals coming out on the field. And led by their quarterback. Keaton Klein had a chance to talk to him this week for player profile. We have wide out to the near side. And it'll be up the middle. Big hole. 10 yards and stumbles as he gets the first down. Quan Coley right up the middle. Or that's Isaiah Hansen, excuse me. And it'll be first and 10 for the Cardinals. That was right up the gut.
Huge hole for him to go through on that play. The line did a great job of opening things up.
So it's first and 10, ball to the far side. Wide out to the near side. That's Bauer. Motion man. And Coley. That's Coley up to about the 8-yard line. Off tackle right. Kind of felt his way up 5 yards deep. And then put on a burst of speed to be up about 2 yards short of the first down. Tackle over there on the linebacker. Perez coming up to make the hit. Second short. Marshalltown defending the goal to our left. Newton working to the right. We got Coley in the slot near side. Wide out to the near side. And we got illegal motion.
Yep.
Coming across was Bauer.
A little bit over anxious on the left side of the line on that play.
Yeah, left side of the line did jump. So that will mark 5 yards off, make it about 2nd and 7. Cade Bauer gets everybody set now. Pretty much same formation. I think they might stick with the same play. Cade takes snap, hands off, Hansen open. 20, 15, breaks the tackle at the 15 and falls to about the 10-yard line for Isaiah Hansen. Good pickup. And we are definitely, of course, in the Cappy's Tire and Auto Service red zone. So they're going to mark it actually at the 12. And the ball is on the ground. Coley takes it. It's a low snap. And Coley takes it up the middle for about 5.
Number 23, Coley with a carry.
So it'll be 2nd and 5. Newton looking to go up at least 12-0 with 3:46 left in the quarter.
The Cardinals are really keeping the ball on the ground tonight. You mentioned all the passes the other night, but
yeah,
I think we've only seen, 1-2 pass attempts so far.
That moves the ball. It's whatever it takes. Yeah, we've only seen a couple passes so far. This one's going to be a pass. Oh, he missed his receiver out here on the near side. Threw out to the left. Bring up 3rd down and 5. So he tried to hit Finn Martin. Tied into a split to the near side. So we'll see what Coach Sweetengel, the Cardinal offense, wants to do in this 3rd down and 5 with the ball at the 8-yard line. Wide out to the near side. Treese wide to the far side. Got Bauer to the near side. Treese coming in motion. He'll go behind the back. They're going to option. Caden Klein's going to keep it. Jukes, and he'll go in, standing up right side of the end zone. That is an 8-yard touchdown run, Caden Klein. And it is now a 12-6. That score comes with 3:14 left in the first quarter. Thought he might option it to Treese because there was one man there between him and the goal line, but he just kind of juked him at the 5 and took it on in, standing up. So an 8-yard touchdown run. Put 6 more on the board for the Cardinals. We'll see what the extra point attempt does. 2-point conversion try. Oh, no good. So penalty on the play, but it's short anyhow. Tried to run to the right with Caden Klein.
3:14 left in the first quarter.
So it is now a 12-0 score in favor of Newton. We'll be back to the Eye Care Center of Newton broadcast booth.
Thank you very much.
And the H&R Block radio broadcast booth after this.
Cardinal fans, our coverage of Newton High School sports goes way beyond just broadcasting tonight's game. We have daily coverage of all Newton Cardinal athletics on 92.1 KRLS, KNIA-KRLS.com, and our mobile app. Get updates on the football, volleyball, cross country, and swim teams with detailed results and upcoming schedules. Plus, hear interviews with the coaches and athletes about how their season is going. If it's happening with the Cardinals, you'll find out about it on air and online with 92.1 KRLS, the one to count on for Newton High School athletics. The award-winning Jeremy Dingaman Concrete Football Friday Night Radio Preview Show gets you set for all the local action every Friday night. Join myself, Spencer Dirks, and Nathan Sage for a full breakdown of the matchups for each of our local schools from 4:30 to 6:30. We'll have previews from all of our broadcasts, go around the district, present our player profile and Football Friday Night feature, pick the winners, and a lot more. Join us every Friday from 4:30 to 6:30 on the one to count on for today's local sports, 92.1 KRLS.
Welcome back to the H&R Block radio broadcast booth. Kickoff comes up, and it is fielded about the 5-yard line, run up to about the 21 for the Bobcats. And that's where they will take over. 1st and 10, now trailing 12-0. So, really, the only thing they've really kind of struggled with all year, Tom, is getting those 2-point conversions.
Yeah, the last 2 they've tried here tonight have not worked out in their favor.
So So Marshalltown will start working left to right. 3:07 left. 12-0. Quarterback under center. And handoff, nowhere to go. I don't even know if he got back to the line of scrimmage. I think that was Davis Ragland, the big back there. 4. Oh, actually, that was Tyler England, sophomore running back, no gain. Jared Hayes, senior quarterback, again, has only thrown the ball about 25 times going into tonight compared to Newton throwing it 66 times on the year. So Marshalltown comes out wide to the near side. That's Zane Morris, sophomore. They have another wide out wide to the far side, and the quarterback has no backs behind him. We got 2 wing backs over here. Now the fullback goes and running a pitch near side. He bobbles it, then gets a hold of it, goes up across 25 to about 26. Peyton Rosendahl in on that stop. And it looks like we got a down Marshalltown Bobcat lineman who is down, being tended to. They'll be up for 3rd down and 3. Once we get to play back underway. Again, great night for football here at HLM Stadium. Homecoming night. Of course, homecoming dance is coming up tomorrow night at the lower gym at the high school. So that'll be fun for these high school students who are here tonight watching Cardinals battle Marshalltown, trying to go up on the year 3-1.
It's not every year that you need air conditioning in there for your homecoming games.
No, this is true. Yeah, so I assume that's why it's in the lower gym. And good news for Marshalltown is their injured lineman is able to go off with just a little bit of help. So hopefully that's nothing too serious. Get you a couple of radio updates here. Again, here we're 12-0 with Marshalltown on top. It's 3rd down and about 3. Ball near hash mark. We're back looking around again. 2 wing backs to the near side. Now one of them goes in motion, but it's up the middle and fighting for a couple of yards, if at all, then pushed back. I think the ball might have came out late. But well short of the 1st down is Ragland, the senior, leading rusher for Marshalltown coming into tonight. So Advantage Credit Union Instant Radio update. Indianola 7, Carlisle nothing. 37 seconds left in the first quarter. And Pleasantville 14, Pella Christian nothing with 1:48 left in the second quarter. Instant Radio update courtesy of Advantage Credit Union. Punter stands. We got another penalty flag.
We got a timeout for Marshalltown.
So Marshalltown is going to burn a timeout. We will burn a timeout as well. And come back to the H&R Block radio broadcast booth. Again, your score, Marshalltown trailing Newton 12-0.
Know what decisions are being made at local school board sessions, board of supervisors meetings, and city council meetings by listening to KRLS News. Our award-winning news staff will bring you information from your elected officials and decision makers, as well as heartfelt feature stories, weather coverage, and more. If you miss it on air, find it all on KNIA-KRLS.com. The one to count on for today's local news, 92.1 KRLS.
Back to the H&R Block radio booth. Randy Van and Superintendent Tom Messenger with us here tonight, sitting in for Wally Price, taking care of some business out at the Knoxville Raceway this evening. So it's another 4th down for the Bobcats. I don't know if they've had a 1st down yet.
No, they have not. Their offensive line really is just kind of not a match for the defensive front that Newton's thrown at them.
Hunter stands at the 19. Snap is good. Kick is up and away. And Bauer lets it bounce at the 33. It's going to take a nice Marshalltown bounce, roll all the way down to the 20. Well, it looks like the 18-yard line. 19-yard line is where it is going to be down. It'll be 1st and 10 for Newton from there. in Newton. Going to be taking on Bondurant Farrar up at Bondurant. Open up district play. It's very rare that Bondurant is winless this point in the year.
For any sport.
Yeah.
They've really definitely climbed up the ladder in terms of their overall program. So, yeah, that is a bit of a shock.
So Caden Klein in there with Quan Coley in the backfield. And it'll go to Kwan, right side, 20, 25. Lowers his head down, and he loses the football. And I think he got it back. No, they're going to say Marshalltown has it. It is recovered by the Bobcats at the 28-yard line. Davis Ragland getting up off of it, the senior. But Quan Coley put his head down, got into him, and then as he was falling down, lost the football, and Ragland said, look what I found. So 1st and 10 for the Bobcats. The 28-yard line of Newton near hash mark. And Newton defending the goal to my right. 12-0 with a minute left in this first quarter on homecoming night. So Jared Hayes, the junior quarterback, brings him out. Right behind him, Tyler England. A motion man coming. And they'll go to England again, fighting for yardage. And he gets about 5 right up the middle. Host of Newton defenders bringing him down.
Carry by number 24, Tyler England. Brought down by the host defender.
So it'll be 2nd and short. All near hash mark. Again, Marshalltown bringing them up. 3 linebackers. Safeties for Newton. Pitch outside. Covered nicely by Caden Klein. He's the first one to bring him down. Caden Klein read that one, came up quickly from the cornerback spot. Peyton Rosendahl also got in on that stop. They'll lose yardage, and now it's 3rd and 10. Back to basically where they started this drive.
And Marshalltown did a nice job of starting that play off and selling it. Klein just did an outstanding job of reading his guy and then stepped up and made the hit.
So the first 12 minutes in the books. Newton up 12-0. 2 touchdowns for the Cardinals in the first quarter of play. We'll be back to the H&R Block radio broadcast booth on KRLS 3.
At H&R Block, we want you to focus on your business while we handle your books. From payroll and bookkeeping to expert tax preparation and advice, we're ready to put our expertise to work on your small business for year-round services that you need and the one-on-one attention that you deserve. Partner with H&R Block Business Service. Stop by our offices in Knoxville, Sheraton, and Newton, or give us a call at any of our local offices to learn more.
At participating offices, services do not include audit, attest, or other services for which a license is required.
Insurance, like a good defense, is meant to protect your assets. The right insurance coverage is almost always needed to mitigate financial risks and to protect your most important assets against various threats. State Farm, Dean Reed, and Newton can provide key advantages to you by incorporating the right insurance to protect the right things for you.
For the coverage, protection, and defense you deserve, contact me, Dean Reed, your State Farm agent on the square in Newton.
Back to the H&R Block radio broadcast booth. And we are at the top of the hour. You're listening to Cardinal Football, powered by Knoxville Raceway on the KRLS 3 stream, KNIA-KRLS.com, and the KNIA KRLS mobile app. Randy Van Wally, and sitting for Wally Price, Tom Messenger. So it's 3rd down, 10 after the fumble recovery for Marshalltown. Again, trailing 13-0. Quarterback brings him up. Got a motion man, and he's going to throw, or he thought he was going to throw, but he's not going to get it off. As coming through for the sack in the interior of that Newton defense. That's Warmager getting a sack from his position on the defensive line. Defensive tackle coming through. The senior making the play, 4th down, and going to have Caden Klein back this time to return the punt. Well, they're going to try a field goal, actually. Ball is at the 43s where it's going to be marked by the holder. 53-yard attempt. This one, oh, it's going to be just short. Just short, but came up close. So the score stays 12-0 with 11:11 left on the clock. We are in the second quarter. Boy.
About 5 yards closer, and I think
definitely. Iowa State fans glad he wasn't kicking for them. Hawkeye fans wish he would have been. So Newton will take over at the line of scrimmage. 20-yard line, 1st and 10. Caden Klein in the shotgun this time. Coley's behind him. Triplets to the far side. Newton going left to right, as we call it. Now the motion man, Finn Martin's coming this way. Over the middle, wide open. Hits Bauer at the 38. He's up 50. He's a foot race. Bauer, 20, 15, 10, 5. That's another touchdown for the Newton Cardinals. That would be an 80-yard pass play. Caden Klein hit Cade Bauer in stride at the 42-yard line, and he did the rest with that speed and took it to the house to make it 18-0. 10:57 left in the second quarter. Has about 2 men to outrun around the 35 of Marshalltown, and he took care of business. And they're going to try the extra point this time. Give Jackson Price a chance. 2 previous 2-point conversions have failed. Snap is good. Kick is up, and it is right through. That makes it a 19-0 game with 10:57 left. Second quarter. We're coming back to the H&R Block radio broadcast booth here on KRLS 3.
You have the right at Maid-Rite, the right to enjoy great food. Come visit us this football season as we all cheer on the Newton Cardinals. And while you're here, enjoy our daily specials. Register to be the fan of the game and win a free Maid-Rite meal each week. You have the right at Maid-Rite in Newton for original classics and sweets all season.
Cardinal fans, our coverage of Newton High School sports goes way beyond just broadcasting tonight's game. We have daily coverage of all Newton Cardinal athletics on 92.1 KRLS, KNIA-KRLS.com, and our mobile app. Get updates on the football, volleyball, cross country, and swim teams with detailed results and upcoming schedules. Plus, hear interviews with the coaches and athletes about how their season is going. If it's happening with the Cardinals, you'll find out about it on air and online with 92.1 KRLS, the one to count on for Newton High School athletics.
And we get back to the H&R Block radio broadcast booth just in time for the kickoff. Fielded at the 5, up across the 10, 15, and about down to the 21-yard line for the Marshalltown Bobcats. That's what they will take over. And the return man is down, it looks like, as well. Tending to him. So Newton, that big play capability showing its face again here at the homecoming game. First score was a big play as well. And Cardinals defense doing what they do, Tom.
Yeah, and and with offensively tonight out here, the first series we scored on 2 plays and scored on 6 plays a little bit later, and then 1 play on the last one. So the offensive group out there is not wearing themselves out with a large number of plays tonight.
And I don't think Marshalltown probably has much more than 30 yards at all total at this point in time.
It's not very many. They gain a few, but then it seems like either penalties or loss of yards takes them right back.
Injured player is still down. Want to remind you that we'll be at Bondurant next week, Friday, your road trip. And hopefully we will be 3-1 at that point in time, heading into district play. Injured Bobcat is going off the field on his own powers. That is a good sign. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Marshalltown. And it's 19-0. 10:52 left. It'll be an extended halftime, too, because they will be having the homecoming court, homecoming king and queen go in front of the stands here. Quarterback keeper, well, he did hand it off to Tyler England, but he didn't get very far. Wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage. Pearson getting in there. We have second down. They're going to say he lost a yard. So that moves it back. And it's been second long quite a bit for Marshalltown. They've been kind of living that way. Lincoln Peterson, senior defensive tackle, in on that last stop. The loss. Hayes sets him down. Handoff up the middle. Tyler England again, I think, fighting for very little yardage. Let's bring a 3rd down and 10. He got the yard back that they lost. It's going to be 3rd and 10. Anytime Marshalltown's tried to pass, the quarterback's been sacked, basically.
Yeah, I think he has. All 3 times he's dropped back to pass, he's been hit behind the line.
Obvious passing situation here. We'll see if Coach Sweetengem lets those linebackers run free towards the quarterback. Everybody's in tight. No one's wide. Motion man coming this way. And he's rolling right. And again, he is going to be sacked. And Werlanger getting the sack all the way back to about the 11-yard line, 12-yard line, I guess. So it's 4th. And you're looking at about 17 or 18 yards. 9:05 left and 19-0 at homecoming here at H.A. Lynn Stadium. Great night for football. Punter actually standing 1 yard deep in the end zone. Far hash mark. Bauer, who scored that touchdown, standing at the Marshalltown 49. And that is going to be a delay of game on Marshalltown. Or they call a timeout just before?
I think they got it just in time. Just in time.
We will take a timeout as well and return to the H&R Block radio broadcast booth. You're listening to Cardinal Football on KRLS 3.
The late model world sets its sights on the Knoxville Raceway this September. September 19th to the 21st, the 20th Lucas Oil Late Model Nationals. The best late model drivers in the nation will run for a top prize of $50,000. Tickets are available at KnoxvilleRaceway.com or by calling the ticket office at 842-5431. The 20th Lucas Oil Late Model Nationals, September 19th to the 21st at the Knoxville Raceway.
Back to the H&R Block radio booth. We do have time for a Advantage Credit Union Instant Radio update. We have Pella trailing Cedar Rapids Xavier right now with 11:25 left in the second quarter, 13-7. And Twin Cedars trails Melcher Dallas 6-12. The snap is fumbled. He's in the end zone. It's going to be a safety. Had 2 more points, and I think he hurt himself. He dropped the snap, and he tried to move to his right to pick it up. He is going to kind of hobble off, but that'll be 2 more points for Newton with 8:36 left. Safety makes it 21-0, and another Marshalltown Bobcat down on the field. Unfortunately, that's been the sight too frequently here in the first quarter and a half at H.A. Lynn Stadium. And again, he is going to slowly get up and walk off to the field. I want to remind you, coming up after our conversation with head coach Andy Sweetengem that will occur in our post game, we will draw for a fan of the game. And you can be a fan of the game. All you have to do is stop by Made Right and enter into a drawing. And you will see if we draw your name out. We will be drawing a name out later. So that'll be coming up in our post-game show. Brought to you by Made Right, fan of the game. Newton about set to receive another kickoff. Off to my left, Riley, Treese, and Hanson. Oh, I guess it's just going to be Hanson going back. Kickoffs have been kind of short. got Ergenbright on the far side and Hansen on the near side. And they are standing at about the 30-yard line. And Marshalltown will tee it up to my right. Got an update now. Pella on top of Xavier, 14-13. And the kickoff is up, and it'll be fielded on the far side by Ergenbright. 27 coming across the 30, 35, 40. Oh, he almost breaks free at the 50-yard line. There was two more players in a pack with a couple of blockers for Newton, and one of them fell and tripped him up the 48-yard line. A good return for Riley Treese, and it'll be Newton, short field to work with. The ball at the 48. Big Clyde bringing the team out. 21-0. 28 left. Big Clyde stands at his own 47. Motion back. He's looking to throw. Looking right. Trying to hit Finn Martin over the middle. Has it at the 25. He's gone. 15, 10, 5, touchdown. 48-yard touchdown pass. Caden Klein over the middle to Finn Martin, the sophomore tight end. And he takes it in for 6 more. And they are blowing up the middle of the field on those pass routes of square in. And just like the last time, it ends up in 6. 27-0, 8:18 left. And we're not to halftime yet. And they'll give Jackson Price another chance at an extra point. Made his first field goal of his career last week, late in that game. And this kick is up, and it is good as well. So tack another point on the board. 28-0. Newton doing well at homecoming, to say the least, over the Marshalltown Bobcats. We'll be back to the H&R Block radio broadcast booth. You're listening to Newton Cardinal football on KRLS 3.
You look your best and see your best when you trust the experts at the Eye Care Center in Newton. Hi, this is Dr. Chad Klein. The Eye Care Center would like to wish all teachers and students the best of luck as they return back to school this fall. We would also like to remind parents that 80% of what a child learns in school is from information presented visually, and that 1 in 4 children has an undiagnosed vision problem. So if an eye exam is not on your back-to-school checklist, call us at 792-7900 to schedule your child's back-to-school eye exam. Eye Care Center of Newton. Our mission is your vision.
Slow ruins everything, so why not pay less for fast? U.S. Cellular's home internet gives you the speed you need for just $39.99 per month when bundled with a wireless plan with a 3-year price lock guarantee. Get fast 5G home internet made simple. U.S. Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
These and other fantastic deals are going on right now at Premier Wireless, your U.S. Cellular authorized agent in Newton.
Back to the radio broadcast booth. Randy Van with School Superintendent Tom Messenger, 28-0, and we have a flag on the kickoff. We've had a lot of flags, kind of, especially on the Marshalltown Bobcats.
There has been. I think that that's the third penalty on them here tonight, the first half.
On Newton?
No, I got them backwards here. That's the second on us, so it's 2-2 right now.
Okay. And they'll put the ball, I don't even know if it was a penalty. Looks like they're putting it where it should be. They'll be kicking it off. Jackson Price has it teed up. And Marshalltown standing for 2 receivers at the 10-yard line. Bounces at the 11, picked up. 15 coming near side, and he'll be brought down at the 20-yard line, basically. Might be a little bit short. Skylar Milheiser there to greet him and show him to our turf here at H.A. Lynn Stadium. 1st and 10 for Marshalltown, trailing Newton 28-0. Been a struggle for the Bobcats, to say the least. They had a 24-25 loss at home to start season against Mason City. They've never really been blown out in their prior games. But Newton, some big plays. He's put 28 on the board already. Back in the H&R Black broadcast booth for this first play up the middle. And really that has been their best offensive play, is just handing it off. Seeing what they can get up the middle. Ragland the carrier that time. Senior picks up about 5.
Yeah, I think all of their yardage in this first half has come from plays between the tackles.
Anytime they try to go outside or throw, defensive ends and defensive tackles and the linebackers are making the tackles right at the line of scrimmage, or many times even behind it. Motion man coming this way. Again, up the middle. It's like a scrum there, about the 33. I think it might have got pushed to. They're going to mark it, right at 33. So it'll be third down or the 23, or the 28. Let's try that again. And we got another Marshalltown player down. That's going to be another timeout. So we'll take one more break as we are, again, still over 7 minutes on the clock. Second quarter, and it's 3rd and 2 on the 28. 28-0. Newton on top.
Need a reliable auto service you can trust? Look no further than Cappy's Tire and Auto Service in Newton. Cappy's has tires for any budget, tire repairs, routine oil change, exhaust work, or complex repairs. Their experienced technicians have you covered. Cappy's Tire and Auto even offers financing options along with unbeatable prices. At Cappy's, they pride themselves on top-notch customer service and unbeatable prices. So roll into Cappy's Tire and Auto Service today, located at 220 1st Avenue East in Newton. Cappy's Tire and Auto Service, service the way it should be.
We're back at the radio, H&R Black radio broadcast booth. Randy Van, Tom Messenger, and player again getting up and walking off on his own power. Ball near hash mark at the 28, almost 3rd down and 2. This could be opportunity for the Bobcats to get their first down. See if they stick to going right up the middle. Linebackers sneaking in close. Gets hit in the backfield. He's not going to get there. Linebackers were sneaking up, and the nose guard pushed his blocker back into where the Ty England wanted to run, and he never got to the line of scrimmage. He lost about 2 yards. So it's 4th down and 4. And that'll bring up they're going for it on 4th down. Or actually, they're going to show like they're going for it. Their own 26-yard line. They need 3 yards. Pitch right side. Man coming up, and the first down, yes, just across the 30-yard line.
Number 3,
and that was Ethan Gorsuch, the senior running back, picks up the first down for the Bobcats. I think that's their first one or second one of the night.
That is their first one.
First one. All right, so they get a mark in that column. So we roll down to under 5.5 left before halftime. All Newton 28-0. Newton on my left, Marshalltown my right. Wide out to the near side. Hayes under center. Motion man goes to the right, Gorsuch. He'll try running right with, guess who? Tyler England. And he gets a few yards.
Carried by number 6, Davis Ragland.
Oh, that was Ragland they handed off to instead of England. So it's 2nd down, 8 yards to go. So this is about the longest period of time so far that Marshalltown's had the football.
Yes, and you can definitely tell when they were talking earlier about wanting to control the clock, and it's exactly what they're doing right now, running those plays and running the time down.
Yeah, they're snapping it with about 8 to 5 seconds left. Little reverse coming this way, and nothing doing. That's Caden Klein making the stop. On the reverse, they faked it up the middle, and then the wingman came across to the near side, took the handoff. Caden Klein met him right at the line of scrimmage, so it stays 3rd and 8. That Newton defense has been very stingy. First game against ADM right out of the block. They even held ADM on a 1st and goal under the 5. Had 3 interceptions in that game. Still almost came back to win it. They lost it by 5, else they'd be unblemished. Quarterback loses the ball and picks it up on this 3rd down play. Didn't get the snap, and there we go. It'll be a 4th down and 11 yards to go, and that's too far to try it, according to the Bobcat coach. So it'll be 4th down and 10. Ball right in the middle of the field. And the quarterback stands at the 18. And we got timeout Marshalltown. So we will take a timeout as well. Newton on top 28-0 with about 3:30 left before halftime. We'll be back to the H&R broadcast booth in a moment.
For a great car buying experience, come see us here at Lauterbach Buick GMC in Newton. Hello, this is Jason Lauterbach, and we've been selling Buicks in Central Iowa since 1954. Family is the cornerstone of Lauterbach Buick GMC, and that's why we treat every customer like one of our own. Discover the perfect vehicle with a growing selection of Buick Envisions, Encore GX, and the all-new Buick Envista. Local family-owned Lauterbach Buick GMC, Newton Speedway exit 168 or lauterbachcars.com.
Cardinal fans, our coverage of Newton High School sports goes way beyond just broadcasting tonight's game. We have daily coverage of all Newton Cardinal athletics on 92.1 KRLS, KNIAKRLS.com, and our mobile app. Get updates on the football, volleyball, cross country, and swim teams with detailed results and upcoming schedules. Plus, hear interviews with the coaches and athletes about how their season is going. If it's happening with the Cardinals, you'll find out about it on air and online with 92.1 KRLS, the one to count on for Newton High School athletics.
And we're back for a punt by the Marshalltown Bobcats. High punt. And it's fielded by Rosendahl. He gets away from one man at the 28. And gets it back to the 34. So it's 1st and 10. 28-0. 3:24 left for halftime. It's been a dominant performance by the Cardinals, which I thought might happen with their explosive offense and strong defense. Caden Klein stands 31. Ball just across the 45. Takes a snap, and it is Hansen coming near side. Picks up about 3 before he is brought out of bounds at the 40-yard line. Actually picks up more than I thought. 5 yards to get him credit for. See if we have any other updates to pass along here for you in just a second. Have an Advantage Credit Union instant replay after this play. We do have one score to pass along. 2nd down, King Klein looking to throw. Finn Martin over the middle. This time it is batted away at the last second. The safety comes over and knocks it down. That was at about the 37 of the Bobcats. Trying to hit Finn Martin again right along the seam. Ball hung up there a little too long. If he would have a little more zip on it, might have got it there before the safety.
Yeah, and it's too bad. It looked like the outside receiver that time was the one that was wide open. A few more yards out there, and then another touchdown there.
So Caden Klein hands off. Hansen up the middle in this 3rd down and about 5, and he's going to get maybe 2 of it. Interior that Marshalltown defense holding the ground. Granted, Abandoned Credit Union Instant Radio updates. Indianola up over Carlisle 14-0 at halftime. So Newton showing that they're going to go for it. Keaton Klein has two backs wide to his right. Hanson left side. Plenty of room. He's at the side. He's at the 40, 30, down the sideline. 20. He's going to go. It's going to be another long touchdown. This time Isaiah Hanson takes it in for the Newton Cardinals. A 57-yard touchdown run with 2:26 left before halftime. Pushes the score up to 34-0. They faked it up the middle, and then Hanson went around the left side in front of the Bobcat sidelines. There was one man to beat. He beat him around the corner at the 40. It was clear sail into the end zone. Jackson Price on for another point after attempt to make it 35-0 if it goes through. Snap's good. Kick is up. And it is right through again. 35-0. 2:26 left in the second quarter. Having fun here at H.A. Lynn Stadium at homecoming. You're listening to the KRLS 3, Newton Cardinal football. We'll be back to the H&R Block broadcast booth after this.
Are you looking to fulfill a role in our school district? Join us in making a difference in the lives of our students. The Newton Community School District has exciting substitute positions available now. Whether you are passionate about teaching, supporting students, driving a bus, or helping in any other key areas, we have a spot for you. Visit our website at newtoncsd.org and click on Employment Opportunities and apply for any or all positions of which you are interested. Newton Community School District empowers every learner to achieve a lifetime of personal success.
The sounds of fun, back to school. The time brings back so many feelings for most of us. Throughout all those activities, there is occasionally a hiccup. Your student athlete may need Mattis Family Sports Chiropractor in Newton, Iowa. Dr. Mattis is proficient in sports-related pains and injuries.
This is Dr. Mattis at Mattis Family Sports Chiropractic. We've been serving Newton and the surrounding communities for 25 years.
Welcome back to a very happy H.A. Lynn as the Newton Cardinals rolling in this homecoming game. 26 left, and it'll be fielded at the 22 up the right side. We've got a penalty marker down. This one's probably coming back. The ball, there's another penalty marker down at the 40-yard line. The ball carrier goes on the far side, and we'll see how long it takes them to sort this thing out.
It looks like we've got holding back here with the first flag, and I'm not sure what the second one was yet.
Both probably going to be against the Bobcats. That has been an issue for them here tonight. And if they mark it off back where the deepest one is in their territory, it's going to be marked off from the 25. And they will do that, and that will put them inside the 15-yard line. Ball touching the nose of the ball, touching the 15. So we're starting to see quite a few new jerseys in there for Newton. Dane Klein still in there, Peyton Rosendahl, Christian Orgenbright across the back. Coming near side. Triplets. Short side of the field. Hand off to the back up the middle. And again, very little running room. None for Tyler England. Sophomore trying to go up the middle. Stop for no gain. Again, we've got a long halftime coming up with the homecoming court going to be brought across the front of the grandstands here. Congratulate them. We'll talk about that at halftime. Talk about a lot of Newton scoring as well. Got a timeout while one of the Bobcat players, Ethan Gorsuch, who picked up that fourth down, the highlight for Marshalltown so far, adjusts something on his helmet. Now we're set to go. Ball near hash mark. And it's going to be a gain of about 2. Coming near side, Aiden Smitherman, a junior. King Klein in on the stop, along with Smith. 35-0 as we roll under a minute. And Marshalltown taking their time. Third down play, got 52 on the clock, 16 on the play clock. They might even take they're going to have to hurry to get it off. He's just coming up to the line. There's 5 seconds. Now he gets him set with 2. Back goes in motion. They do snap it with 1. A keeper, and he's going to be brought down for another big loss. Newton defensive ends are all over it. Another loss by Damian Smith. Another sack for him. Lincoln Peterson got in to help as well on that one. They're over there on the right side of that Newton defense. And that's going to end the quarter and in the half. Newton having a very successful homecoming. The theme should be big plays. 35-0 at halftime. Newton on top of the Marshalltown Bobcats. Randy Mann and Newton School Superintendent Tom Messenger in the H&R Block radio broadcast booth. We'll be back with the halftime stats. Talk a little bit about homecoming as well coming up. So don't go away. You're listening to Cardinal Football on KRLS 3.
Insurance, like a good defense, is meant to protect your assets. The right insurance coverage is almost always needed to mitigate financial risks and to protect your most important assets against various threats. State Farm, Dean Reed, and Newton can provide key advantages to you by incorporating the right insurance to protect the right things for you.
For the coverage, protection, and defense you deserve, contact me, Dean Reed, your State Farm agent on the square in Newton.
You have the right at Made Right, the right to enjoy great food. Come visit us this football season as we all cheer on the Newton Cardinals. And while you're here, enjoy our daily specials. Register to be the fan of the gate and win a free Made Right meal each week. You have the right at Made Right in Newton for original classics and sweets all season long.
Welcome back to the H&R Block radio broadcast booth, and let's get you a quick Advantage Credit Union Instant Radio update. Pleasantville is on top of Pella Christian, 14-13 with 8:24 left in the third quarter. Pella Christian mixed the extra points, apparently. Last we had was Pella 14, Xavier 13, and that was about 5 minutes ago we had that score. So here it is all Cardinals for the homecoming, and we got the band taking the field along with the pace setters and a couple of big panels that they're rolling out on the field in reference to the homecoming theme. So extended homecoming for halftime here. They shut out the lights in the booth and want to, again, congratulate Alea Budenich, the homecoming queen, Zane Munger, the homecoming king this year. They were crowned again at a coronation that was held in the upper gym at the high school during the 11 o'clock hour on Thursday, just for the homecoming parade. The other king candidates, Ezra Bartle, Kate Bauer, Jose Benitez, Landon Borzarth, Peyton Rosendahl, Damian Smith, and Derek Warmacher. The other queen candidates, Paige Benson, Alex Jarvis, Macy Lamptey, Ella Machin, Peyton Ray, Alex Riney, and Delaney Mullins. Congratulations to all those young men and women on being selected by their peers to be on the homecoming court for 2024-2025 here in Newton. And, of course, I had a chance to talk. You might have heard. It's on KNIKRLS.com. Interview I had with the king and queen right after their coronation. And very nice young man and woman. So wish them success. The rest of the senior seasons for them and the rest of their upcoming careers that they have. Tom's taking a look at the stats again. We had some long scoring plays here tonight. It's been all Newton striking from long distance. Not very many plays in the scoring drives. Newton's been able to hit some long passes and scoring from ways out. Example of their explosive offense. Marshalltown, as we knew, was going to try and run the ball, and they've tried to do that. Between the tackles is where they've had the most success, in case you've just been joining us. But that has been it. Every time they went back to pass, they have been sacked by those defensive ends and defensive tackles of the Cardinals. So just a dominating performance here at homecoming. We'll take a break. Tom's still working on those halftime stats. And if we have any more updates, we'll pass those along. I want to remind you to stick around after we are done for we'll be back after we take this break here at KRLS 3.
Whether it's catching up with a coach or spotlight athlete after a big game, look back at an exciting broadcast, or checking in on area highlights. Today's Literally Radio Sports page brings more award-winning sports coverage to KNIA KRLS. The show airs every weekday during our morning, afternoon, and evening news magazines, and is also available online at KNIAKRLS.com and our podcast. Each show includes a focus on local sports coverage from area communities. Today's Literally Radio Sports page is one more reason we're the one to count on for today's local sports coverage, KNIA KRLS.
Jeremy Dingaman Concrete Football Friday Night Radio Preview Show gets you set for all the local action every Friday night. Join myself, Spencer Dirks, and Nathan Sage for a full breakdown of the matchups for each of our local schools from 4:30 to 6:30. We'll have previews from all of our broadcasts, go around the district, present our player profile and football friendly feature, pick the winners, and a lot more. Join us every Friday from 4:30 to 6:30. I'm the one to count on for today's local sports, 92.1 KRLS. Decisions are being made at local school board sessions, board of supervisors meetings, and city council meetings by listening to KRLS News. Our award-winning news staff will bring you information from KRLS officials, weather coverage, and more. If you miss it on air, find it all on KNIAKRLS.com. The one to count on for today's local news, 92.1 KRLS.
Welcome back to the H&R Block radio broadcast booth. Randy Van and Superintendent Tom Messenger with us. And Tom, I looked over your shoulder there and it kind of took my breath away when I saw the total yardage for the Marshalltown Bobcats at this point in time.
Yeah, they have struggled offensively here tonight. They've run the ball 25 times for a net loss of 13 yards on the night. So first half-wise, defensively, the Cardinals are definitely just putting a stop to everything that Marshalltown's thrown out there.
Newton, meanwhile, they haven't put any long drives together. It's all been quick strike.
I tell you what, it's you wouldn't know from the score, but Marshalltown has actually run more offensive plays tonight than what Newton has. Newton's only run the ball 12 times, but they've got a total of 209 yards rushing. And then another 3 receptions for 123 yards. So they've got 332 yards on the night for that first half.
And how many of I know at least 2 of the touchdowns were on the pass. You want to recap the scoring for us?
Yeah, the first drive was 2 plays for a total of 80 yards. Then the next time out there ran 3 plays, and that was one of the turnovers during that first half for Newton. They did throw the ball away, and Marshalltown intercepted it there. But then the Cardinals come right back the very next time, run 6 plays for 48 yards, and come down and score again. Then we had a 1-play, 80-yard reception. Then we got the safety, and then the very next time down, we get the ball. Another play for 1 yard for a 48-yard touchdown. And then our final time that we had the ball out there tonight, it was only 4 plays for a touchdown. So offensively, some really big plays on the night for Newton.
Yeah, Marshalltown coming in just overmatched here And Peyton Klein, going into the year, people were kind of wondering, well, they knew he could run the ball well, but what could he do throwing? And he has been right on his receivers right over the middle.
He really has been. You know, the thing is they've been running good routes. They're definitely wide open, and Klein's doing a great job of seeing them down the field.
Now, most of the passes, he had a swing pass to start off the game last Friday for a touchdown. But most of the passes have been pretty much right over the middle of the field. He's looked for his speedy receivers, those receivers that some of them have helped win that state sprint medley relay earlier this spring.
Well, not only that, but we've got some receivers out there that have some height to them, too, so you can see them down the field.
Yeah, I don't know. Let me use your light from your phone. Finn Martin, he stands out the tight end. He's listed at what, 6'2"?
Yep.
Yeah, 6'2". So he kind of stands out there when he's running those routes as well. So,
to me, the other thing that really stands out for Newton tonight is defensively. We've got kids out there on the field that are just strong, and they're powering their way through the line. The linebackers have really contained everything up the middle. You get a 5 or 6 yard run here and there from Marshalltown, but the very next time just holding them to it. So the strength of the defense out there is just really controlling this game, and they've kind of got I think Marshalltown a little bit frustrated and down on themselves.
We've seen quite a few of the Marshalltown players stay down on the ground for a little while. Fortunately, they've all walked off, but it's just kind of an impressive, just physically being overmatched, it seems like, against Newton. And these Newton kids, a lot of them really like the weight room.
I tell you what, it pays off. I mean, again, the kids that we have out there on the field are just controlling the pace of everything.
Well, we have you up here in the booth. Talk a little bit about, I know the big thing that was going on over the kind of the summer was working on the transition at the elementary level, and kind of just quickly get people up to date how that went. How's it going?
Yeah, we are in our first year of being down below 4 buildings. We use the Thomas Jefferson site, Woodrow Wilson, and Emerson. It's gone real smooth. We do have extra buses on the road this year. We've got more kids on buses, partially because of the transition, but also we did change the distance requirement for that. Each one of those buildings is a 3-section elementary. But one of the good things is that at Emerson Huff, we had so many kids come in kindergarten this year, we actually added a 4th section on. There's definitely a change this year by not using Aurora Heights, but everybody's adjusted real well. Teachers are working with some new teams this year as the teachers got moved around, but you would never know it. I think that the preparation that everybody did with the move and everything has really made this a great start to a year.
And what about the traffic situation at the elementary school, since we have a few more kids going to each one?
It's gone. There's been a few rough patches in it.
One might expect that. Yeah.
But really, it's gone fairly smoothly. And I think part of the reason was that, when we did change that distance requirement to be eligible to ride a bus, we have far more kids riding buses. So, when you have far more kids riding buses, it's fewer kids to be riding in a vehicle up to the school. So I do think that that's taking care of part of that traffic issue.
Now, you mentioned a few more kids at the kindergarten level. What are we looking at preschool? Is there any chance that might be up, or is that too early to tell?
I think it's still too early to tell with preschool. Preschool is one of those that you gain 3-year-olds throughout the year as they get identified of being eligible for some special education services at that age. So we know that that'll continue to grow, but we're really excited to see the kindergarten numbers this year because that's definitely different than the rest of our grade levels at the elementary. We've got a lot smaller grade levels down there than what we have graduating each year.
Now, what about the building projects? We all know that things have went up, inflation and prices. higher than what we expected. So how the bids come in, and do we? I guess maybe we don't even have some of the bids yet, do we?
Nope, we do not know yet. That'll be coming up an upcoming board meeting. And, we're still being told that overall bids come in on projects right now under the original budgets that are set. So we're hopeful that we're going to see some good numbers coming in. But we really won't know here for another couple weeks.
Okay, so and you've been working with FRK Architects. They've been working in the district for a long time.
Yes, Rochelle Hines is still the lead architect that we're working with. We, in fact, should be coming back at the next board meeting next Monday night to talk about the plans for the Aurora Heights building, because at the last board meeting they did the approval and went out for bids on the TJ sites. Now we've got to go through that same process for Aurora Heights.
And FRK is responsible for a lot of the athletic facilities that we have. Especially the new baseball field, right?
Yep, that's right. They did all the design work for the new baseball field that we have. So they're really experienced with the district. They know our facilities and everything real well. And I feel like they built a very strong working relationship with the school board and with the district.
How long have you been in it now?
I am a couple months into my 5th year.
Yeah, okay. And you came from, let me see. Oh, can't remember.
Down in Red Oak.
Red Oak.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, we're glad you're here, and glad you're in the booth with us here tonight for homecoming. We are now seeing the homecoming plan being sent out onto the field to be introduced to the hometown crowd. So we still have about 5 minutes left on the clock. 35-0. Again, it's been all Newton here tonight. And Cardinals up big, mostly to the big plays. We'll be back. We're in the H&R Blocks radio broadcast booth from the Friday night, a great Friday night for football at H.A. Lynn Stadium.
Help your loved ones celebrate their big day by calling them their birthday or anniversary. We'll announce on our radio birthday show on the Tassel Ridge Winery Anniversary Show during our KRLS morning magazine just before 8 a.m. You can call it in now to 628-8672, or you can send it by clicking Contact Us at KNIAKRLS.com. Not only will they know someone is thinking of them, they'll have a chance to win an awesome prize package. The one to count on for today's news and local information, 92.1 KRLS.
Hi, this is Bo Boer with Culver's in Newton. Well, we're doing it JJ's way. Culver's has partnered with football legend J.J. Watt and his foundation. J.J. loves Culver's, and his go-to meal is a Culver's Deluxe Wisconsin cheese curds, a signature root beer float, and a chocolate turtle sundae. For every meal ordered J.J.'s way, Culver's will donate $1 to the J.J. Watt Foundation, up to $100,000. Come do it J.J.'s way at Culver's in Newton, where we're locally owned and involved in your community, just off I-80 exit 164.
Cardinal fans, our coverage of Newton High School sports goes way beyond just broadcasting tonight's game. We have daily coverage of all Newton Cardinal athletics on 92.1 KRLS, KNIAKRLS.com, and our mobile app. Get updates on the football, volleyball, cross country, and swim teams with detailed results and upcoming schedules. Plus, hear interviews with the coaches and athletes about how their season is going. If it's happening with the Cardinals, you'll find out about it on air and online with 92.1 KRLS. The one to count on for Newton High School athletics.
I was always taught nothing in life is free. Along with the saying, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. I'm Mike Wood with Brookwood Incorporated. We have been a premier lens dealer in Central Iowa for 62 years. At Brookwood Incorporated, there is no hocus pocus or hidden cost. Just upfront, honest pricing. In the market for quality HVAC equipment, don't waste your time on money or marketing pros. Your air conditioning and furnace are big investments, and you deserve a fair price. Please give us a call at Brookwood Inc. and give us a chance to earn your trust and your business.
Need a reliable auto service you can trust? Look no further than Cappy's Tire and Auto Service in Newton. Cappy's has tires for any budget, tire repairs, routine oil change, exhaust work, or complex repairs. Your experienced technicians have you covered. Cappy's Tire and Auto even offers financing options along with unbeatable prices. At Cappy's, they pride themselves on top-notch customer service and unbeatable prices. So roll into Cappy's Tire and Auto Service today, located at 220 First Avenue East in Newton. Cappy's Tire and Auto Service, service the way it should be.
The Flower Court Garden Center has what you need to beautify your outdoors and the advice for things to flourish. Hi, this is Alexis from the Flower Court. If you're wondering what would look best with your landscaping, we can help. We have a large selection of plants, trees, and shrubs. We're also a fresh pet store. We design arrangements for birthdays, anniversaries, holidays, and showers. We're here all seasons. Open year-round at the Flower Court Garden Center, inside the former Cox's Greenhouse in Newton. Get your colors.
Well, the Cardinals now coming out on the field after their halftime talk with Coach Andy Sweetengel. And I don't know, what do you tell a team, Tom, that's up 35-0 at halftime?
Well, I think a couple
concentrate on what you're doing, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, I think a couple things that we probably talked with them about a little bit was making sure that they continue to hold their blocks and everything like that. Back to the basics, because they've done really well with it, and you definitely don't want to let up a little bit just because you've had those big plays, because everything's not going to be that easy all year long, and so you have to keep focusing play by play.
Cardinals now going through their pregame warm-ups. We got Marshalltown over here on the far side as well. And next week we are on the road at Bondurant Farrar. So hope you'll be with us for that as we travel up there. The Bobcats will be elsewhere, but the Blue Jays will be hosting the first district game here. And look forward to seeing how Newton can go in the district. One would think if you look at the tape from this one, Blue Jays are going to be a little concerned, especially the secondary. Yeah. Especially the secondary.
Yeah, I really think so. And, the other thing, too, is that if I were a visiting team watching this video from tonight's game, you got to be thinking short passes against Newton, because the rush that they put on the quarterback just does not allow you to really take time to set up and throw the long plays.
No, it does not. And be interesting, too, if we see Caden Klein keep running the offense, or perhaps maybe give the backup a chance to get some playing time in case we hope that it wouldn't be needed, but might be needed later on.
Yeah, I would think that you'd be seeing some of those other kids come in here. You definitely don't want to risk any injuries in a game that you've taken control of, especially when you're coming into district play next week.
Of course, one of the big goals for Newton, of course, make the playoffs. But I had a chance to talk to King Klein, and said definitely this team's talked about getting that first playoff win. And it'd be great to play at home to do that as well. But they'll take a win any way they can get it. But last 2 years they've been on the road, a long road trip to Western Dubuque. And that was only a rough road trip. Only got 2 points on the board in that one. And the other one was at Carlisle. So that is a goal for this team, and well within reach, as based on what we have seen so far tonight and this season. Really, those turnovers at the ADM game, else that game was right there for the take, and they could be 4-0.
Yeah, realistically, when you can go out there and say that you're in every game you play, you know that not everything's going to go your way, but they've got the experience of overcoming that, and it was really good to see them bounce back the weeks right after that.
We might mention as well that the Newton freshman game, 38-0 for the Cardinals in that one. So it's been dominating performances by the Cardinals here this evening. See if we have any other instant radio updates to pass along. Send games moving along a little bit faster than what ours is. It's a radio update brought to you by Advantage Credit Union. And it's a 55-0 lead for PCM over Jessup midway through the third quarter. They got some Mustangs got a real good team this year. Also, you have Indianola 21, Carlisle 0. That was as of about 4 minutes ago with a 9:03 left in the third quarter. So here again, 35-0. Newton out on top. He's totally dominating the Bobcats here tonight. Jackson Price is walking out with his teammates on the kickoff team. And Marshalltown will have first crack at the ball when we get this third quarter underway. So they'll dim the lights again in the booth here. They had them dimmed for the halftime, too. That's why we waited a little while to get Tom's lights and get those halftime stats in and the scoring drives. So we're ready to get second half homecoming underway. 35-0, and Marshalltown will have first crack at football. Got two men back at the 5-yard line, and Jackson approaches and kicks it deep to the 10. Field at the near side, up the near side, 20, 25, and over the 30. Pushed out at about the 33-yard line. And that was Aiden Smitherman, a junior running back for Marshalltown, bringing the ball up the near side of the field. Where the Bobcats will take over and we'll see what they decide to try and do to try and get some yardage against this very stingy Newton defense. So Bobcats trotting out on the field. They'll work left to right. Newton's defense off to my right. Get the ball near hash mark. Quarterback Jacob Hayes up under center. Wingbacks on both sides and one back in the backfield. And they'll give it to him and put his head down and move the pile forward. And that was Ragland. Davis Ragland, the senior. It's about 7 yards to open up the third quarter. So they've been sticking mostly to plays off tackle or between the center and the guards. Second and short. And they'll try that same play at motion or a hold as the referee right behind the line of scrimmage and the nose guard threw the flag. And that usually is a hold where you saw somebody or someone moved a little early. So that will cost the Bobcats 5 yards. Actually 10 because it was a hold. So that'll move 15 back actually. So that's a big, actually from the spot of the foul. So be second down and long. Ball on the 23. 35-0 with now less than 10 minutes left, third quarter. Cardinals in command of this one. Scored early. Added some long plays. Second down. Handoff. Nope, fake. Go left side. And carry. It's about 6. And we got pile up there. Caden Klein was in on the stop. Oh, fumble at the end. Hansen or Smitherman got in on it. I didn't even see the ball come out after that, the bottom of that pile.
Nice execution on that play. I was following the wrong guy.
Yeah, I kind of was too. It's very rarely that they've not given it to someone up front. Third and another penalty flag.
Looked like it'd be a delay of game.
Yeah, time ran out on him.
Delay of game is called against the Bobcats. Be a 5-yard penalty.
That is something Marshalltown will want to work on. There's all these penalties as they move on through their season.
Yeah, I know they want to control the clock, but boy, getting a delay of game penalty is one of those that that's a tough one to take as a coach.
Yeah, especially when you're looking right at the clock down there.
Yeah.
So it's third down.
Looks like we got a timeout.
Now we got a timeout. Yeah, they want to talk it over. So we'll take another break as well. 35-0. Cardinals out on top. You're listening to Newton Cardinal Football, KRLS 3.
License and registration, please.
Hello, officer. I'm an officer, too, at Advantage Credit Union.
Yeah, I love that place. I'm a member.
Then you know you're also an owner.
Which kind of makes me your boss. So let me remind you, you don't own the streets.
Sorry, it's my job to do fast loan approvals, usually in 30 minutes or less.
My brother is approved in 25, which is the speed limit. Now I'm going to have to write you a ticket.
Oh, crumbs. Please hurry. I've got people to see and loans to approve.
Auto financing on your radar? See the Lone Rangers at Advantage Credit Union. Member NCUA.
At H&R Block, we want you to focus on your business while we handle your books. From payroll and bookkeeping to expert tax preparation and advice, we're ready to put our expertise to work on your small business for year-round services that you need and the one-on-one attention you deserve. Partner with H&R Block Business Services. Stop by our offices in Knoxville, Sheraton, and Newton, or give us a call at any of our local offices to learn more.
At participating offices, services do not include audit, attest, or other services for which a license is required.
Back here at the H&R Block radio broadcast booth, just in time to see another sack on the quarterback as he backs the throw. Lincoln Peterson hit him from behind. He didn't even know he was coming.
No, he was in trouble right from the start. And I don't think that they can keep trying to run those deeper passes. If they're going to pass it, they've got to get it off quick.
They have been sacked numerous times here tonight. Short of one man on the punt team. He runs on late. 10 seconds left. Punter stands at the 8-yard line, and we got another timeout or penalty. Another penalty. Illegal procedure against Marshalltown.
Yeah, and actually, Randy, I think that was the 7th sack tonight.
Wow.
And every one of them, you're looking at 6 yards back, 8 yards back. So it's, they're losing 5 to 10 yards every time that happens.
And the quarterback, he's just getting back there. I mean, he's not like holding the ball. He's just getting back, and then he's hit. So now the punter punts from the 2. And a side kick. Bounces to 48. Huge bounce for the Bobcats. Bounced at the 49 and rolls across midfield all the way down to the 30. So that's where the Newton offense, the big strike offense, will take over with 7:28 left. We haven't had a score in the third quarter, 35-0. That's what we had at half. On top of the Cardinals here. Got the lead early and poured things on with some long passes. Been very short drives, six plays along the scoring drive, right, you said?
Yes.
Otherwise,
it's been between 1 and 3.
1 and 3 otherwise. Back comes in motion near side, and we do have a new quarterback in there.
And it looks like the Cardinals are going to be called for it there.
And that will be probably the changing quarterback, a little different cadence from Isaiah Hansen. He's now running the offense for Newton. So it's now 1st and 15 for the Cardinals. Juan Coley behind your quarterback now. Sophomore. Off to the right side. A lot of running room. 30, 35, cuts back to 40, and brought down to 47-yard line. Nick Thomason in the backfield. Takes it for a big gain. First time he's got a handoff in a while. So that's another first down on the side of the Cardinals. We roll down to 6 minutes. The 35-0 lead. Hansen Has Coley behind him. 2 wideouts to the far side. Now the motion man, Thomason, coming this way. And they'll hand off to Coley. Spinning away across the Cardinal. Up to the back of the Cardinal feather. Down to 45 of Marshalltown. That's about a 9-yard pickup. Got hit initially at the 49 of Newton, but kind of spun out of that one. Able to get a few more yards. Yards after contact. Good job by Kawan there. Second down. Call it 8. Twins to the near side. Finn Martin wide to the far side. And Hanson throwing a little screen pass. Has his man to the 45. And up to the 40. St. Andrew takes it down to the 40, or the 36 of the Bobcats and move the chains. So everybody's getting into the passing act here, the receiving end of passes tonight. And the first down. Threatening to go up by another score as they're getting closer to that red zone. 35 zip already. Hanson looking at his wristband. Calls for the snap. Juan Coley, right side, follows his blockers. No, Hanson keeps it left side, and he'll be brought out of bounds at about the 23. I thought for sure he handed that off to Coley, but no, he kept it, came out to the left side, moves the ball inside the Cappy's Tire and Auto red zone.
Everybody do that, Newton rumble. Everybody do that, Newton rumble.
So first and 10.
Everybody do that, Newton rumble.
Thompson goes wide to the far side. Martin's the slot man over there. Coley behind Hanson. Now Ben Martin comes this way, and he will hand off to Coley. Coley, he's going to lose yardage. And it's second down now long. Second down to about 13. Losing about 3 to 4 yards on that carry. So last week, Newton got to 29 points, 35 on the board now. Biggest scoring output of the night. Oh, snaps on the ground, and Hanson gets it now. He's just trying to make a best of a bad situation. Wanted to throw a little screen pass out to Kawan Coley, I think, here on the left side. Coaches for Newton wanted a little bit of a late hit there, but no flag called.
Number 2, Isaiah Hanson.
So it's a loss of a few more yards.
It'll be 3rd and 21.
So it's 3rd down and 21. We roll under 3 minutes left. Third quarter. This has been a quick moving third quarter with the clock going. Play is signaled in. Martin wide to the far side with Thomason. And now Bauer goes in motion. They're flooding the left side, looking right. Now Hanson looking for a place to throw, and he has the ball knocked out of his hands. And who's got it?
I think that's going to be Marshalltown.
Marshalltown recovers the second fumble of the night. Had some time. Was kind of trying to figure out which way to throw the ball. And then as the defense got a little pressure, he tried to move up in front of that pressure. And I think one of them hit his hand and knocked the ball out. So ball goes over to Marshalltown. 2:18 left. So they can move the ball, trailing 35-0. And quarterback going to have a wide out to the far side. Probably don't want to throw, though, because that has been disastrous all night. Hayes, junior quarterback. Well, left side, little running room this time. Up across the 40. The score of about 5. Pick up. That was Tyler England, sophomore. Get you a radio update after this play.
Second and 3.
With the Pella Christian game. Pella Christian having a rough season this year. Also an update on Norwalk, who Newton played last Friday night. They're beating a team that Newton lost to right now. Handoff up the middle, fighting for yardage. Good hard running by Tyler England, the sophomore. Running hard for Marshalltown despite the score.
Looks like we got another first down there.
Yeah, for the Bobcats. Getting a lot of new players in there defensively for Newton. See if we can get some of those, if I can get shine a light. It's 1st and 10. Ball at the 45. And second back, off tackle right this time. They faked the dive up the middle and came back with a little run with Jacob Hayes, quarterback. Picked up about 3. And they do not have to snap the ball if they do not want to. We got 17 on the play clock, 17 on the game clock, and 22 on the play clock. They are up to the line to run the second down and 7 play. And quarterback going to keep pitch late. The ball's bounced around. It's still on the ground. Still on the ground. And who's getting it? It's down the 36-yard line. Newton had a chance at it, but Marshalltown does recover. You got good eyes.
Yeah, I think there was about 3 people that the ball popped out of their hands before it finally came to rest there.
Well, that'll do it at the end of the third quarter. We didn't have any score in that third quarter. It is 35-0 as we head into quarter number 4 here at H.A. Lynn Stadium. Homecoming going well for the Cardinals. You're listening to the Cardinals on KRLS 3.
Help your loved ones celebrate their big day by calling in their birthday or anniversary. We'll announce on our radio birthday show on the Tassel Ridge Winery Anniversary Show during our KRLS morning magazine just before 8 a.m. You can call it in now to 842-3161 or 628-8672, or you can send it by clicking Contact Us at KNIAKRLS.com. Not only will they know someone is thinking of them, they'll have a chance to win an awesome prize package. One to count on for today's news and local information, 92.1 KRLS.
Know what decisions are being made at local school board sessions, board of supervisors meetings, and city council meetings by listening to KRLS News. Our award-winning news staff will bring you information from your elected officials and decision makers, as well as heartfelt feature stories, weather coverage, and more. If you miss it on air, find it all on KNIAKRLS.com. The one to count on for today's local news, 92.1 KRLS.
And you're listening to the Cardinal Football, powered by the Knoxville Raceway, the KRLS 3 stream at KNIAKRLS.com and KNIAKRLS mobile app. We're back inside the H&R Block broadcast booth for this third down and long for the Bobcats. We've changed directions. Marshalltown to my right, Newton to my left now. Ball near hash mark at about 37. Hayes rolling right, throws short. Man comes up and catches it on the slide, kind of like he's sliding into a base. In baseball at 41, so he picks up a little bit of yardage, but they're still looking at 4th down and about 13, 14 yards to go. First completion on the night. Has to be.
Yes, it was.
And he was rolling out, running away from the pressure.
First throw that got off tonight.
Yeah, definitely. And like we said, there's some new defenders in there for Newton. A lot of the starters still playing as well. 4th down. What happens on this play? Ball far hash mark. Got back to pass. Now he's got pressure. He'll go up the middle and he'll get back to the original line of scrimmage. Picking up maybe 4 on the carry. The ball will go back over to Newton on downs. So Newton will take over at their own 45. Get up 35-0. 11-12 left. So now we'll see if Newton can get that offense running with some other players in there. Here's our update, Vantage Credit Union radio update that I promised you. Indianola 28, Carlisle nothing. Norwalk score. Norwalk was ahead of ADM 21-10. That was at ADM midway through the third. Wow. So 1st and 10 for Newton. Hanson in at quarterback. Snaps low. He keeps it. Fakes the handoff to Coley and gets about 3 yards running to his right. Good job of him to pick up that low snap. Actually, we would say his knee went down about a yard and a half past the line of scrimmage. So Newton now coming up on the second down. Wideouts both ways, and in motion goes Thomason, but they're not looking at Thomason over the middle. Kind of a little screen pass. But it was Otto. Gabe Otto catching that one, the junior. He was the wing back. Able to come up and catch that ball. Pick up the first down, keep it in Newton's hands. We just got another update, Advantage Credit Radio update on that Norwalk game. Norwalk 28, ADM 10, 3:14 left in the third. First and 10 for Newton. Ball near hash mark, the 34. Not much there this time for Quan Coley. Went between the center and the guard, didn't pick up a whole lot. Half a yard. Let's go down to 9 minutes. No score since halftime. 35 points and a half. 35-0. It's got to be one of the most lopsided scores for Newton at halftime in a while.
They definitely put the points on the board during that first half tonight.
Hansen handing off to Coley, and he is hit in the backfield and brought down for a loss.
Lose a couple yards.
Credit to the Bobcats, still playing tough despite the score. We roll to the 8:30 mark. And district play starts next Friday night. Tough district. Gilbert, Pella. Oh, ball's fumbled. Quan Coley picks it up. Hansen's been having trouble getting a couple of those snaps that have been a little low. And that's a quick action by Quan to fall on it and keep it in Newton's hands, not lose the possession. But it's fourth down and a long ways to go. Scoreboard says 19. The ball's on the 44 of Newton. Hansen, again, motion man Thomason coming this way. Now Hansen will roll towards this side of the field. He's being chased, gets away from him. He's going to put it down and run for what he can, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage and maybe 3 yards. After that, as he steps out, they're saying the 41. So maybe pick up a 2. 3. So the ball goes over on downs to the Bobcats. Unless they can do something in the next 7:39, they're going to be facing a 35-0 shutout as they head home to Marshalltown. The Newtons kind of dominated this series. But over 40 points in a shutout win last year. Mentioned 2020, the last win by the Bobcats. Ball near hash mark, 41-yard line. Hayes handing off near side, some room. Oh, he might have had a way to go if he could have got out of Warmonger's hands. But as it is, Warmonger pulls down the ball carrier, and I think he has a cramp. That's Aiden Smitherman. He's ran the ball a couple times. The junior, he's got that leg up in the air like it's common with a cramp. Trainers coming over there working on it. 7:04, we have a timeout. Again, 35-0. 7:04 left in the ball game. Newton cruising this homecoming game. You're listening to Newton Football and KRLS.
The award-winning Jeremy Dingaman Concrete Football Friday Night Radio Preview Show gets you set for all the local action every Friday night. Join myself, Spencer Dirks, and Nathan Sage for a full breakdown of the matchups for each of our local schools from 4:30 to 6:30. We'll have previews from all of our broadcasts, go around the district, present our player profile and football Friday night feature, pick the winners, and a lot more. Join us every Friday from 4:30 to 6:30 on the one to count on for today's local sports, 92.1 KRLS.
Back inside the H&R Black Radio broadcast booth, and Smitherman gingerly walking along with the trainer to the sidelines. And the rest of the team comes from the sidelines onto the field for the second down and call it 8. So long 8, ball near hash mark now as referee says we can resume play. Hayes under center. Wide out to the far side, one near side in the back. He's going to try and throw. Has some time, throws out here, sidearm. A little push off by the receiver, but it's over his head anyhow. The defender for Newton was there, running right along with the receiver. And the receiver just kind of pushed his arm out. Pass over his head, incomplete. So it's third down. And see if they go to the air again. Motion man goes far side. They're going to run that way. Good hard running. Nice spin. Got close to the first down with that spin after he was hit. Tyler Engel off tackle right.
Carried by number 24, Tyler Engel.
We're going to move the ball back to the midfield stripe exactly, leaving him about a yard short. Now referees are stopping play for an injured Newton Cardinal. And Christian Deonde, a junior, with a little bit of a right leg cramp. 5:51 still left, 35-0. That's what we had at half, and that's what's still on the scoreboard. We hope you'll stick around. Coach Andy Sweetengel will come up and talk to him about what happened here tonight and look a little bit forward to what lies ahead for the Cardinals in their upcoming games. Ball right smack dab in the middle. You can't get much more in the middle of the field than that, can you? Right in the middle of the hash marks, right on the 50.
You don't see that often.
No, you do not. It's a 4th and 1. The Bobcats. And they're going to the right side. They'll get the first down and more. Might be a score. Right side, putting on the juice. He's going to go. That'll be a touchdown of 50 yards for the Bobcats, but it might come back. Tyler England, the sophomore. A hold's going to bring it back. He had a little burst of speed there at the end of that once he got around the corner.
Yeah, that penalty could not have come for a worse time for the Bobcats there. It's a lot more than just a 5-yard penalty when that happens.
So it takes 6 off the board and leaves the Newton Cardinal defense still throwing a shutout. But they've had several holding penalties here tonight. That one cost them big. So they'll move the ball back. Instead of being right on the midfield stripe from the penalty, it is on the 46-yard line, and they need to get to the 49 of Newton. 4th down for the Bobcats. And it's going to be right side and in the backfield. Shakes the tackler, but he's not going to get any further than that. Newton defense will hold, and the offense will take over. 4:55 left in the ball game. Still 35-0 for Cardinals. The offense will come back out. We'll see if they can keep the ball and wind down this clock. Hansen up on center. And he takes snap. Quan Coley's hitting the backfield, hanging on to a leg, and he is not going to get away from that. They're going to lose a few yards. 2 on that carry by Quan.
Loss of a couple yards, it'll be 2nd and 12.
We have second down and 12. Still the end of the third quarter. Norwalk 28, ADM 10. That's a little bit of a shocker. Advantage Credit Union Radio, instant radio update. Motion man, Thomason that way. And they give it to him. He's at the 40. Breaks the tackle for 45. Still on his feet now. He's down to the 39 or 8 of the Bobcats. Good hard running by Thomason. That puts the ball in a third down and 3 position.
First about 3.
With the clock down to 3:26. So the homecoming did not distract the Cardinals at all, apparently.
No, it definitely looks like they came ready to play tonight.
See if they can pick up this third down. They probably go for it on fourth down anyhow and keep the ball in their hands. Juan Coley up left side. If he can break to the right, one man to beat's got the angle on him and pushes him out of bounds at about the 16-yard line. But big gain for Juan Coley. And that'll move the chains. Newton can almost run out the clock now. To make this a dominating win. Might even add on to that 35 zip total they have right now.
It's going to be about the same score we saw last year.
Yeah, Newton got into the 40s last year. They're taking their time. The play clock is down to 6. I don't know if they get the play off or not. 5, 4. Hansen has them line 2, 1. They will, Andy Swedenjump does call a timeout, doesn't want to waste the 5 yards. Now, it might be interesting. Jackson Price has tried 1 field goal. I mean, he's been real good on the extra points. He's only tried 1 field goal. But you're up 35-0. If it gets to the point where it's third or fourth down, would you want to trot him out to give him an extra shot, or would that be considered rubbing the salt in the wounds?
You know, I think that you do at this point in the game. You know, he's a young kid. To me, if you throw a pass into the end zone, you're running the score up on somebody. But if you go out there and you still kick the field goal and do it the honest way that way, I really don't think that anybody could have any hard feelings about something like that.
Wouldn't think so either. Might not even get, though, to a fourth down situation if they continue to run the ball, though, I guess, with the 25-second play clock, and we got 2:14 left in the game. So Hansen has back behind him, motion man, Thomason. He'll hand to the back, who gets hit right at the line of scrimmage for a loss of half a yard. Tyler Griffith on the carry.
We'll bring up second and about 11.
Second and 11. Now we're shuttling in a couple new linemen. Play clock down to 15. Getting some other players in here tonight. Getting some action under the bright lights at H.A. Lynn Stadium. 1:30 left, and they're going to get another timeout for Coach Swedenjelm as the play clock is about ready to expire. He doesn't want to look at that score sheet and see penalties there. Is the deal.
No, and I think that's the case right now. You got some younger kids out there that, just taking a little bit longer getting up to the line and getting things set, and it showed a couple plays there, but it's a good learning experience for them.
1:27 left. Cardinals have, I think 3 more home games. We'll be welcoming Carlisle, I know. Got to go to Pella. Got to go to Bondurant. Hoover will be coming for the final game of the season. Got to go to Gilbert. Handoff near side, Hansen trying to get the corner and running a long way. Oh, he goes out of bounds to stop the clock. It doesn't stop the clock with a score, but Griffin on the carry again. took a few good licks, stayed on his feet, and kept moving. Didn't move up and down the field, but moved sideways and stayed on his feet. Never was actually tackled. Some good, strong running by him. We're now under a minute left. Homecoming here at Newton. Bobcats will fall to 0-4. Probably the last play of the ball game. Hansen snaps it. He's going to keep it, roll right. And he'll be hit at the 12-yard line and brought down there.
Number 2, Isaiah Hansen with the carry.
And Newton will not have to run another play. The clock rolls down to 15 seconds left. Cardinals now starting to line up here at midfield to do the handshake. So Cardinals took care of business, struck early and struck often in that first half, and come home with the 35-0 homecoming win as the horn sounds. Cardinals are now 3-1 as they head into district play on the road next week at Bondurant. And we'll be following that there. Look forward to talk to Coach Sweetengel once he gets up here a little bit later. So hope you'll stick around for that on our post-game show. Newton Cardinals 35, Marshalltown nothing. Cardinal football and KRLS 3 will be back with our post-game show next.
Cardinal fans, our coverage of Newton High School sports goes way beyond just broadcasting tonight's game. We have daily coverage of all Newton Cardinal athletics on 92.1 KRLS, KNIAKRLS.com, and our mobile app. Get updates on the football, volleyball, cross-country, and swim teams with detailed results and upcoming schedules. Plus, hear interviews with the coaches and athletes about how their season is going. If it's happening with the Cardinals, you'll find out about it on air and online with 92.1 KRLS, the one to count on for Newton High School athletics.
Whether it's catching up with the coach or spotlight athlete after a big game, look back at an exciting broadcast, or checking in on area high school alumni, today's Daily Radio Sports page brings more award-winning sports coverage to KNIA KRLS. The show airs every weekday during our morning, afternoon, and evening news magazines, and is also available online at KNIAKRLS.com and our podcasts. Each show includes a focus on local sports coverage from area communities. Today's Daily Radio Sports page is just one more reason we're the one to count on for today's local sports coverage, KNIA KRLS.
Everything you love about KNIAKRLS.com is now available in one easy-to-use app, the KNIA KRLS app. It's free to download in your app store, and you'll be able to read a news story, check out sports recaps, stream any of our 6 stations, and more, all in one place on your phone or tablet. Head to your app store and search KNIA KRLS and download it for free now. The KNIA KRLS app, from the one to count on for today's news and local information, 92.1 KRLS.
License and registration, please.
Hello, officer. I'm an officer, too, at Advantage Credit Union.
Oh, I love that place. I'm a member.
Then you know you're also an owner.
Which kind of makes me your boss. So let me remind you, you don't own the streets.
Sorry, it's my job to do fast loan approvals, usually in 30 minutes or less.
My brother was approved in 25, which is the speed limit. I won't have to write you a ticket.
Oh, crumbs. Please hurry. I've got people to see and loans to approve.
Auto financing on your radar? See the Lone Rangers at Advantage Credit Union. Member NCUA.
Back here at the H&R Block radio broadcast booth, Randy Van and School Superintendent Tom Messenger joining me tonight, taking place. Wally Price taking care of business out at Knoxville Raceway today. So, dominating win by Newton. Coach Andy Sweetengel talking to his team, players all around him. They are going to have a very happy homecoming dance coming up tomorrow night as they take care of business handily here. It was big plays, kind of the story, as the Newton air attack was featured here tonight to get the points on the board. And we used a lot of players in the second half, controlled the clock, and got the 35-0 win over the Bobcats, who are now 0-4. And this was, according to Coach Sweetengel, kind of a tune-up for district play. Wanted to iron out any kinks that he felt the team was still kind of working on. And they did a pretty good job here tonight. I think they maybe had a couple of penalties, but other than that, a lot of scoring. And we want to remind you, we got our fan of the game coming up, presented by Made Right. We'll be drawing for that. Again, stop by Made Right and draw. The fan of the game gets a $10 Made Right deal if you're lucky enough to have your name drawn. So hope you'll stick around for that and stick around for Coach Swedenjelm, as he will be coming our way after he's done talking with the team. But right now, I believe Tom has got the final stats for us. Your final stats tonight brought to you by Premier Wireless.
Yeah, the second half there, the Cardinals had 6 first downs. They rushed the ball 17 times for 64 yards, 2 for 2 passing for 16 total net yards. That half was 80 yards. They had 1 penalty for 5 yards. So, it did slow down a little bit for them, but they had the younger kids out there and really did a pretty nice job of controlling the ball. They ran some nice plays. The Bobcats in the second half, they had 1 first down. They had 12 rushing plays for 24 yards. They were 1 for 2 passing for 5. So they did come up second half with 29 yards of offense. Penalty-wise, they struggled a little bit. They had 4 penalties that half for 30 yards, but they did recover a fumble. So, the highlight for Marshalltown tonight, there were 3 turnovers in the game, and they were on the positive end of those. They intercepted 1 and recovered 2 fumbles. So, all in all, really good night for the Cardinals. They put on a great defensive display out there. And really did a nice job wrapping up the non-district play.
Over 400 yards of offense for the Cardinals here tonight. Again, the second half, not a lot went on as it kind of just went up and down the field. But again, as you mentioned, we got a lot of other players, some younger players getting in there to see some playing time. And the important thing, too, is I don't think anyone was injured here tonight. So that is good. And of course, we're hoping that Trey Davidson is able to come back soon and join the Cardinals from his medical issues. We'll talk to the coach a little bit about that when he is up here and see when he might be back. But Coach Swedenjelm, they got to be pretty pleased with the way things transpired here at homecoming tonight.
Yeah, and it kind of shows anything can happen in the season. With the ADM game, the way that turned out tonight. We took care of Norwalk there. So, it just kind of goes to show that we can hang with any of those teams that come out there, and as long as we come out and play good football, we can continue that on. Penalty-wise, we were in pretty good shape tonight. We didn't have a lot of penalties out there.
Yeah, really the only thing that might be able to hurt the Cardinals is and any team really, is turnovers. That would be a situation that, when you're playing teams that are you're capable of, they're just as capable as you. That's always kind of the big thing, deciding who comes out with the victory and who does not. And they've done a better job of taking care of the ball here in the last couple of games. So that's something that Coach Swedenjelm has to be very pleased with as well. So.
Yeah, to me, we are. I consider us to be a fun team to watch. Of course, I'm biased, but our kids obviously know their plays. It's it's very obvious that when you come out here and watch the Cardinals play, that Coach Swede he has his kids knowing exactly what their role is on each play, because they do run the plays quite well, and sometimes that works out for some big plays like what we had tonight.
Let's get you caught up to date on a couple of scores that's of interest. Advantage Credit Union Instant Radio update. 4:26 left in the Pella-Xavier game. Pella 21, Xavier 19. Xavier missed a 2-point conversion to tie. Indianola beat Carlisle at Carlisle 28-7. And again, the last one we had for the Norwalk ADM game was Norwalk 28, ADM 17, with about 10:25 left in the fourth quarter of that one. So we'll see how that one turns out. But that'll be of interest to area fans as well. So, final stats, Tom. You still working on those, or?
Oh, yep. You know what? I got to talking.
That's all right. No problem. We'll get you tonight's final stats here by Premier Wireless. Coach Andy Sweetengel and the team still out talking. He'll be making his way towards us. We still have the fan of the game to draw for as well before we sign things off here tonight. I want to thank Tom for being in the booth with us. We'll have Wally back next Friday night when we're on the road at Bondurant Farrar. So while he's tallying up those final stats, we need to recap the scoring as well. We'll do that when we come back. You're listening to New Football and KRLS 3 from the H&R Black radio broadcast booth.
Westside Java has an easy-to-access drive-thru in the Newton Square for coffee, smoothies, pastries, frappes, and any other A's you can think of.
Hi, this is Kayla, the owner of Westside Java. Come hang out with us in our spacious location on the west side of the Newton Square. We love seeing people. Stop in for a drink, use our Wi-Fi, or use our drive-thru while you're on the run. Follow us on Facebook daily for offerings and specials. Westside Java on the west side of the historic Newton Square.
You'll look your best and see your best when you trust the experts at the Eye Care Center of Newton. Hi, this is Dr. Chad Klein. The Eye Care Center would like to wish all teachers and students the best of luck as they return back to school this fall. We would also like to remind parents that 80% of what a child learns in school is from information presented visually, and that 1 in 4 children has an undiagnosed vision problem. So if an eye exam was not on your back-to-school checklist, call us at 792-7900 to schedule your child's back-to-school eye exam. Eye Care Center of Newton. Our mission is your vision.
Back here for your final stats presented by Premier Wireless. Tom will take a look at the final stats as Coach Andy Sweetengel just comes in here. I'll let you do the final stats real quick, and we'll get.
Yeah, I had down tonight that Newton had 11 first downs, rushing 29 plays for 273 yards, 5 for 7 passing for 139 yards for a total of 412 yards on the night, 2 penalties for 10 yards. The Marshalltown Bobcats, 2 first downs, 37 rushing plays for 11 yards, 1 for 2 passing for 5 yards, and they had 16 net yards on the night. Penalty-wise, Marshalltown had 7 penalties for 45 yards. They did have 2 fumble recoveries and 1 interception.
All right, those are your final stats presented by Premier Wireless, your U.S. Cellular authorized agent in Newton. We'll be back with a coach coming up next. You're listening to Newton Football and KRLS 3.
Slow ruins everything, so why not pay less for fast? U.S. Cellular's home internet gives you the speed you need for just $39.99 per month when bundled with a wireless plan with a 3-year price lock guarantee. Get fast 5G home internet made simple. U.S. Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
These and other fantastic deals are going on right now at Premier Wireless, your U.S. Cellular authorized agent in Newton.
As we all live longer, age really is just a number. But retirement is so much more than one. Edward Jones Financial Advisors want to know what you want out of your retirement so we can help you get there. Together, we can look at the big picture and make a strategy to help you reach your goals. Because you can't prepare for the unexpected if you don't know where you're headed. Visit edwardjones.com or stop by your Newton Edward Jones office.
Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Welcome back to the H&R Block radio broadcast booth. Randy Van joined now by Newton head football coach Andy Sweetengel. Coach, pretty dominating performance here tonight.
Yeah, really proud of our guys. They came out, really strong. They did a nice job playing hard, getting after them in the first half. So, came out clean. So that's always a goal there. So, really proud of our guys in their effort. Really got the passing game going. Seems most of the passes that ended up going for scores were right over the middle. You mentioned Caden's really doing a good job finding his receivers. Those are right on target. Absolutely. He's done a really good job of, reading his progressions and seeing those things. And we're still working on certain types of throws and that kind of stuff, right? So he's getting better every single week. He does a really great job. His work ethic is unmatched. So I love having leaders like that in the program, great character kids on and off the field.
Defense, again, another dominating performance here this evening. What did you see out of the defensive side of things that you really liked?
I just love their attitude and effort, man. They do a great job. They fly around. I hope Newton's got a great tradition of tough, physical, hard-working teams. Our goal is to uphold that tradition. I think our defense does a fantastic job with that. They just fly around. Our coaches do a fantastic job of getting them prepared every single week. A lot of times that double wing look can be kind of tough to stop at times, right? But they did a great job of reading their keys, getting after it, flying to the ball. I'm really proud of their effort.
Quarterback Hayes really had no chance, especially in the first half. You just get back there, and your ends or your tackles were there.
Yep, our defensive line did a fantastic job. They just flew up the field, did a great job of getting to the ball carrier. And, when you got guys that can control the line of scrimmage, it makes defense a lot easier there. So we're blessed. We got some really great defensive linemen that do a great job every single day.
Do they like the weight room? I mean, they seem like they just kind of outpower a lot of.
That's our mantra, man. We work really, really hard. Our kids work hard, extremely hard year round, and they train for moments like this, right? So they've got great goals ahead of themselves. We believe we can do some really awesome things as a team and as a program, and so our kids embrace that. They know that games are won in November, December, January, February, right? It's not all about what happens on this night. It's all the things that you've done to lead up to that moment.
We talked earlier, you said, this was a game of kind of ironing out kinks. Were you able to do that given the way the game played out?
Yeah, absolutely. Especially in the first half, we were able to work on a few different things, a few different looks that we were trying out, some things that I thought could be really good for us. So I thought our kids did a nice job working those things out. Second half, we let a lot of our young guys get some varsity experience. And there's always that transition from JV or freshman level for some of them to the varsity level, and the speed of the game is so much faster and that kind of stuff. So obviously there's still some stuff to work on with those group, but it was nice to get their feet wet a little bit tonight.
So at halftime you're up 35-0 at a homecoming game. So what do you tell the team?
Embrace the moment, right? Like these are the moments that you love for the rest of your life. You're with your best friends. You're out there making memories, doing these kind of things, represent your community, doing things right. And so, embrace the moment, enjoy the moment, have fun with it, savor it. It goes by fast. It's kind of crazy to think that, we've already played 4 games in the scrimmage, right? We're literally halfway through the regular season right now. And so it goes extremely fast for these kids. So embrace that moment, enjoy it, and just be appreciative for what we have.
You mentioned, too, when we talked this week, from here on out, it's kind of like a mini playoff. Kind of explain to people what you mean by that.
Absolutely. And so, Coach Powers talked at the end of the thing there to our team that explained it best, right? Every team has a state qualifying process, right? Every sport does. Basketball is sub-state, wrestling is a district tournament, track's a district meet, things like that. Well, football, this is our state qualifying process. And every game that we play from here on out is kind of like, a match at a district wrestling tournament or something like that, right? And so every one of these games matter. And so, our kids, our challenge to them is to come back every single day hungry to be better, hungry to be as great as we can, so we can make a big run. And our team believes we can. So we're excited about that challenge, that opportunity to be the best version of ourselves.
As far as, when two teams get together, they're kind of evenly matched, often a turnover will decide the fate of one way or other. Your team has done a pretty good job throughout the season. The first game, throw that out, but from out the rest of the way, not too bad of protecting the ball.
Yeah, not too bad at all. We had a few coachable things that we talked about here today. Some route separation led to that one interception that we threw. So that's a coachable thing. Talking to our receivers, making sure they're not bunched in the same area. A couple young guys there trying to brace for some big, trying to run people over.
Yeah,
and
I saw that.
Fundamentals. So, we've talked about those things. It's good coachable moments for our kids. So, one of the awesome things about if you want to be the best version of yourself, you can't be afraid to fail. And so, our kids aren't afraid to fail. They're afraid to go out there and try their best. And I love that attitude from them. So, so obviously still some things to work on, those kind of things, but definitely teachable moments for those kids.
And what are the things that that you kind of want to work on as you go through the rest of the season here?
Absolutely, being physical up front. I think that's something that we want to really pride ourselves on. Our kids have done a nice job with that. I think they've gotten progressively better throughout the season, but we still got a little bit of work to do with that. Obviously, still taking care of the ball. That's something that we still can do a little bit better. Some of our special teams work. Just getting snaps down, stuff like that. So those are some of our big things. But, we got a lot of guys involved with the game tonight. A lot of guys got touches. A lot of guys got carries. And I think that makes you dangerous. So just continuing to find ways for different guys to use their talents to score and do things like that.
You get those guys out wide, some space on those players, and not too many people can catch them.
No, yeah, that's we're very blessed. I mean, that's a testament to our track program. That's a testament to, I think, how we develop our athletes, that we got some nice speed in our program right now. And so, I think our guys do a really good job. They embrace how we teach speed development, how we do those things. It's not always fun, right? We do speed development stuff on Mondays, and sometimes it seems mundane and that kind of stuff, but I think it pays off for us.
Bondurant Farrar's up next, a road trip. What do you know about the Blue Jays so far?
Absolutely. Well, they're a well-coached team. They're going to get after us. They're going to be really aggressive. They're a team that has had a lot of success in the district the last couple of years. So they're going to come out confident, thinking, they should be a team that can compete for a district title and things like that. And so it's going to be a great match for our kids. We're really excited about that opportunity. They're going to play extremely hard, and our kids are going to play extremely hard.
Looks like you came out of this pretty much injury-free, I think.
Yeah.
Didn't see anything.
Yep.
What's the status of Trey Davidson? He had some health issues he's dealing with. When do you think you might get him back?
He might be a couple more weeks still. We're hoping we can get him in the last few weeks of the season. So he's still got a little recovery to do. But otherwise, we're pretty healthy. So.
Okay. 35-0 homecoming win. Not bad?
Yeah, not bad. So.
All right. Good luck. Have a good week in prep, and look forward to talking to you after the game at Bondurant Farrar next week.
Sounds great. Thank you. Appreciate it.
And that's Newton head football coach Andy Sweetengel joining us on our post game. You're listening to Newton Cardinal Football on KRLS 3.
At Kinetic Edge Physical Therapy, we're passionate about movement. If you move better, you'll feel better and function better. Come experience the edge that our friendly and knowledgeable team can provide people of all ages, from young children to seasoned adults. Call any of our clinics or message us at kineticedgept.com to request an evaluation or a free screen. We have clinics in Newton, Pella, Colfax, Oskaloosa, Des Moines, Albia, Ames, and Centerville. Choose Kinetic Edge Physical Therapy to get back to living a happy, healthy, hope-filled life.
Back here at H.A. Lynn Stadium, a very successful homecoming for the Newton Cardinals. Before we go, we want to kind of recap the scoring from the ball game here tonight. And Tom, I'll let you do that.
All right. You were commenting that you couldn't read my handwriting, and it's been a little while ago, so I guess I'm struggling a little bit with part of it here. But, our first half tonight here started off with a two-play drive for a total of 80 yards. We tried the two-point conversion on that one, did not make it in. The next series that we had was our interception of the night that we threw. But came right back with our drive of 6 plays for 48 yards. Again, did not make the two-point conversion. And then after that, we had the big ones. We had the one-play 80-yard drive with the field goal afterwards, the extra point. Then we had another one for one play for 48 yards, made the extra point conversion. We did have a safety in there as well that we scored. And then our final drive of the first half was 4 plays for a total of 65 yards plus the extra point conversion. So all in all, that first half we had some really big plays, but we were consistent moving the ball down the field.
Lots of optimism as we look forward to district play opening up, coming up on next Friday night at Bondurant. So look forward to seeing what the Cardinals can do and see if they can improve and get their first district win. Again, a tough district, but you got to take them one at a time, as they say, Tom.
That's right. And I think that we just got to keep being consistent with our plays. And do those things right. Defensively, we definitely know how to take care of things out there. I really love watching the aggressiveness of our defense on the field, and it says a lot when your defense can play as well as what ours has this year, and not get the penalties. A lot of times when you have aggressive defenses out there, you'll see some of those penalties rack up as well. But that just does not happen with our team. They're well disciplined.
Well, let's get you caught up to date on a score that just went final. Advantage Credit Union radio update instant 21-19. Pella gets the win over Cedar Rapids Xavier. They're 4-0 as they head into district. Last we heard, Norwalk 28, ADM 25 with 3:04 left in that one. And so those are a couple teams. Carlisle lost to Indianola 28-7 earlier tonight. Tom, thanks for joining us. Appreciate you being in the booth with us tonight.
You bet. Thank you. This is always the highlight of my year to come up here and to listen to Randy work.
Yeah, well, we appreciate that. And have a good, successful rest of the school year. Before we go, we need to have our fan of the game presented by Made Right, and congratulations to Anita Holmes. Anita Holmes of Newton is our fan of the game, presented by Made Right. Anita has won a $10 Made Right deal. If you'd like to be the fan of the game, stop by Made Right in Newton to register, then listen to our next Newton football broadcast next Friday night to see if you're a fan of the game, presented by Made Right, home of the loose meat sandwich. For Superintendent Tom Messenger, I'm Randy Van. Thanks for listening to Newton Cardinal football tonight on Homecoming here on KRLS 3. Again, the final, Newton 35 and Marshalltown, nothing. Look forward to talking to you next week on KRLS 3.
Thanks for tuning in to this exclusive presentation of live area football coverage on KNIA KRLS and streaming live at KNIAKRLS.com and on the free KNIA KRLS app. Make sure to tune in next week for the Jeremy Dingham and Concrete Football Friday Night Radio Preview Show from 4:30 to 6:30, leading up to live play-by-play of our area teams. Now stay tuned for the Football Friday Night Radio Scoreboard Show, the one to count on for today's local sports coverage, KNIA and KRLS.